We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stutter and Craig. No, you don't get the 96-ounce Coke Zeros, Blabs.
Yo, my androids, what's up?
And straight from the hood, Phoenix.
It's really enjoyable as an adult male to shit your pants.
And now, broadcasting from our homes around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, you ready? Open wide!
Welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com, and most importantly, SideScrollersPlus.com. What's going on, everybody? Good to see you. Happy Monday to you. Did you have a good weekend? You did? Oh, that's great to hear. Good to see everybody. Glad you're with us today. Wonderful show, wonderful week ahead of us, as there's so much to talk about. Hello, good morning, Blabs.
Hello, hi. How much snow do you have?
It's enough to cancel school for 2 days.
What is it like? Just like a little peppering of snow?
Well, I'll tell you what. It's not even snow. It's ice. We got sleet.
Okay.
So in Texas, if there's any sort of precipitation that hits the ground and it is cold, we're not set up for it. The way I always say it is like it's like if Toronto got 115-degree heat, like their world would melt. They would have no idea what to do. We can handle that. They cannot.
It's been hot in Canada before, so I feel like they would be able to cope. I just think Texas is just, silly when it comes to the weather.
Well, we handle all weather constantly. I mean, we have tornadoes, hurricanes, everything down here. Fracking, we got everything.
What the hell's fracking?
You don't know what fracking is not actually a weather event. It's when you go. Oh, this is interesting. This will be fun to hear.
Hydraulic fracturing or fracking, a technique of extracting oil and natural gas from deep underground shale rock. That's not the weather, mate.
I know, Blabs. I know. I know. Some people say it causes earthquakes and stuff, but whatever. I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah, sweet. It's awesome. Anyways, we deal with all this stuff except for snow, which was... Hey, that's where we're at right now. So
you see about snow I have. Barely anything, really, until
Guam?
Sunday. And yeah, in Guam, eh?
It's crazy. All right.
Crazy.
Curious to see how much snow this young lady has today. It's our resident racist. It's Kay. Hello, Kay.
How does the Canadian not have any snow? I don't understand it. Everyone else is talking about snow. I look outside, it's sunny. What is this? Is global warming real?
Yes.
Yes.
There actually is global change. Congratulations. The climate has changed at various times throughout history. It's amazing how that works out. Man, that'd be a fun conversation to have, is the climate change argument with people. I love that. I love the aspect of that.
I always thought it was cringe, and then didn't they change the term at one point and try to repackage it as something else completely? It's like, as a kid, that's all the propaganda we were pushed constantly. It's like, go watch this movie on climate control. Like, I don't care.
If I had a dime for the amount of times the world was going to end due to climate change since I've been alive, I'd have close to $1. I'm just saying.
Do you remember how, and recycling, the conversation kept changing too? It was like, don't hurt the trees, and plastic. It just kept cycling. I don't even know where we are now. I'm eating with paper forks, and I hate my life. It's my life.
As your fork really melts in your hand and everything.
Yeah, my forks, so I spoon, straws, everything. Sorry, Craig, tell your story. It's more interesting.
No. I was gonna say, I think we can all agree the worst thing to come out of society in the last probably 40 years is in fact paper straws.
It's horrible.
I think can we all agree on that, right? Yes.
The
I
very
hope so.
worst thing?
Yes, I think that's the worst thing.
Bro, the straws, they melt in your drink. Try drinking alcohol with a paper straw. It's horrible.
No, I don't want to.
You've never had a paper straw before, Blabs?
In my alcohol? No.
Oh, Blabs, I'm just saying, if you never had a drink with a paper straw, consider yourself blessed.
I don't really think I've ever had a stupid straw like that before.
Oh my God.
Do you want me to bring a paper straw next time I see you? I get them every day from places. I had to go out of my way and buy plastic straws, from a grocery store, just to be like, no, I'm not doing this paper thing anymore.
I got tons of straws in my kitchen, the plasticky ones, and also the ones you can just wash and all that. I have those too. Yeah. Fuck the paper straws.
All right. Well, someone who I'm positive drinks with paper straws pretty much every day, with only an avatar today.
The smallest avatar.
The teeny tiny little.
Don't say that. She blinked.
Hello, teeny
hey,
tiny
everybody.
little.
What's going on here?
The baby Kermit. There we are. Hello.
Oh God,
Kermit
I'm
Jr..
Tiny Tim. Kermit Jr. Kermit
God.
Jr. here. Reporting
How's it
live
go-
from the letter Q. Everything's going well. You guys are talking about global warming real quick. First of all, we got to watch out for man, bear, pig. Very important, extremely important.
Blabs
And
has
then
no idea.
number 2, since probably the year of our Lord 1946, global warming was also known as global cooling through acid rain. Acid rain. There was then climate change. Then there was global warming. Then they went back to climate change. And throughout the entire time, those of you who go into deep lore, Rush Limbaugh put a ticker on his actual website maybe 20 years ago when Al Gore used to claim that the world was going to end in 11 years. 20 years ago. The ticker's still probably there on rushlimbaugh.com.
Let me see if I can go find it real quick.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
was going to say, I imagine he never got rid of that one, ever.
Let's see. Rush Limbaugh website. Let's see. Let's just find that real quick. Someone who I'm sure is way ahead of us right now and is actually staring at the countdown, even as I'm searching for it constantly all the time. Joining us straight from the hood. It's his birthday today. Phoenix. Hello, Phoenix.
Thank you so much. Yes, an update from the counter. We are all going to die, just as a heads up today.
Oh.
So sorry about that, guys. And on my birthday, what a shitty time for death.
Yeah, I know.
I should be
It's a
celebrating life. Thank you.
Tough one right there. Let me see if I can find this. There is an Al Gore. By the way, it's Al Gore.
Yes,
word.
Al Gore, like Igor.
Yes,
That
yes.
was the joke from a very long time ago.
Let's see. We do have, let's see, the world according to Al Gore. This is on rushlimbaugh.com. There is no countdown, unfortunately, yet. It would need to be plus at this point. But
Yes.
yeah, okay. So there is on his website right here. This is from January 4th, 2016. Did you actually pick this up? Al Gore's Armageddon clock about to hit 0 after 10 years. Okay, that's on the Daily Caller. Okay, yeah. So unfortunately for everybody, we are still alive. Thanks to Al Gore. And,
Boo.
Despite his best efforts.
it's funny, during COVID, my brother and I had like a little COVID show. You know, everybody had their little COVID show that they did because they were bored. And we did a show called Weekdays with Craig and Brad. And we actually had a time slot where, like a 20-second asset where it was called, it was for the algorithm. Get it? The algorithm. and Al Gore sang a little song about hitting the thumbs up. So maybe I should just find that and recycle that asset for side scrollers. I'll see if I can find it. Anyways, hey, if you what? Huh?
I was just going to say, it might be time. He was bitching all over Davos last week. Fuck him.
Let's see if I can find it. Let's see if I can. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. With that said, hey, if you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Join the 138,000 just normal men who have found common sense in the video game entertainment world over here on YouTube, and the nearly 36,000 who have found us over on Rumble. Hey. It's great to see you. Do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button. We'd really appreciate it. Al Gore would greatly appreciate it as well. Quick reminder that only a few days remain for voting for the Real Game Awards this year. Once again, the actual Fun Time show will be happening in February, here less than a month away, which is awesome. Very much excited that happening. Dave and Buster's in Dallas, Texas. Tickets are, I believe, I got to check. I think they're closed right now. Because I think they closed on the 23rd. So if you didn't get, yes, on Friday. So if you didn't get a ticket, sorry, sucker, you can't come this year. Because guess what? You also, when you come to the Real Game Awards, will be competing in what, Phoenix?
Video game Armageddon, which I'm
That's
very
right.
excited.com about that. Yeah, very, very excited about that.
I showed this off the other day. Kay, did you know that if you are the winner of Video Game Armageddon, you get this wonderful plaque right here? Look
It's
at that.
beautiful.
It is
I
a
love it.
beautiful.
And it's going to be signed.
It's going to be signed by everybody there, right? It's going to be good.
Ooh.
And so looking forward to this. This is a beautiful one-of-one plaque. Look at how shiny it is on the light.
I
How
like
great is that?
shiny.
We know, Blabs. We know. So there you go. That is coming up in just a little bit. The Real Game Awards, as well as Video Game Armageddon, becoming one big old fun thing. Also coming up, just a quick reminder, you can try Side Scrollers Plus for free right now by using promo code MOUNTS to go check out the Mount Your Friends VTuber Fun Time. But coming up on Thursday, and by the way, I don't know if this is going to be just a plus thing. I'm not quite sure. I haven't quite figured this out yet. If it's going to be a Side Scrollers Plus thing or if it's going to be an everywhere but YouTube thing. Because coming up on Thursday, I promised it, and it's going to happen. Do you remember last week when we were talking about Greenland, and I posted the documentary that I was in from like 2019 about going to Greenland? And then my ex-business partner copyright claimed it, right? And he was like, hey, you can't do that. And I was like, okay. Well, guess what? Coming up on Thursday, I'll be doing a full reaction, complete, as the title says, a totally transformative and fair, it actually says fair us, but it should say use, reaction live stream. It's my bad on that. $53.11. You may be asking yourself, why? What is $53.11? Well, that, according to my ex-business partner in the YouTube comments of said documentary, is the amount of money that they have earned from that documentary. So, coming up on Thursday, when we do this, or when I do this, I thought it would be fun to have a $53.11 direct donation alert, and that every single time that amount donation comes in, the entire documentary gets moved back 10 minutes. So we have to rewatch 10 minutes. And this could turn into like a marathon thing. And is it petty? I don't know. You guys be the decider of that. I don't know. I'm just saying, I just want to completely transform the opportunity of watching this documentary in a totally fair use way. And we're going to be doing that this Thursday. So I encourage you to join me when, if you didn't miss it, if you don't want to help contribute to the $53.11 that my former business partner earned for that, you can help us generate more than $53.11 with that, which would be great. So that'll be coming up on Thursday after the show. Looking forward to that. It's going to be really, really fun times. Let's see. Oh, also, Mitsu, before we get into the news and stuff today, I have a really important question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
I was scrolling through your timeline looking for a picture of you because we need pictures of everybody, like you see in the thumbnail, right? You're a tough one to crack, right? So as I'm scrolling through your timeline, I saw this and I thought to myself, what is going on with this? Why are you next to Cher?
Why wouldn't you be next to Cher is the better question.
Please explain yourself,
How did you
friend.
find her?
So I'm actually very politically active in the city of Summit, where I reside whenever I'm in New Jersey. And through that, I actually got to meet a wonderful group of people who are left and right aligned, who work for HTTV, which is a local access kind of channel that they have in Summit. And they were celebrating their 45th anniversary. So I went as a guest to go see everything. I dressed up as a Ghostbuster. It was a really fun time. And they decided to have a Cher impersonator show up and entertain everybody. She was really good. She could nail all the notes. She knew all the mannerisms of what Cher would do. She did 70s and 60s and 80s and 90s and even almost like 2000 Cher. So I couldn't resist getting a picture with Cher. If not even for myself, if my mother was still alive and I didn't do that, she'd be really fucking pissed at me. So I got some family obligations to uphold there.
So not real Cher is what you're saying.
Not real Cher, unfortunately, but very good Cher impersonator.
I'm getting true Cher from all of that. I don't know. Maybe my radar's going off too much.
I'm low key. I have a very strong feeling that was the case too. Yes.
I think that's true Cher.
Yeah, it might have been.
Hit the super low notes there. Do you believe in life after love? Sound like Elvis.
I can feel something. Yeah. She can grab down deep.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So not real Cher. Thank you. I
just
want to confirm.
No.
Could pass as real Cher. Just saying. Look, I was fairly impressed right there.
That was like her 5th costume change. It was really well done.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
yeah.
Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. I was so confused when I saw that.
You're welcome, Sonny.
I appreciate that. That's good. Sonny and Cher.
I like that. That's funny.
Before we get into hard news today, we have been talking about all sorts of fun things we do on the show to expand and make it more fun, interactive with you guys. And guess what? We're doing it here at the show. We are going to be starting off. We've done this a couple times in the past, but we want to make this a more regular part of the show. It's called the Side Scroller Showdown. And Phoenix, do you want to give everybody a rundown of exactly what the Side Scroller Showdown is?
Yeah. So what's going to happen is, and the great thing about this is that it can adapt with the show. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting 2 cultural icons together, or it could be two people in the news or two hot women, whatever it is. We're going to pit two things. We're going to pit two things against each other, and the chat is going to vote on who is going to win that match. So I think before we did Sydney Sweeney versus, I think it was Fox there. Megan Fox.
We did, yes.
And then Sydney Sweeney won, which was ridiculous and inaccurate. So we're going to be doing things like that. But again, it's built that we can do something like, I know we've got like a Pokemon maybe story today or something like that. So if something is topical, we can change it right up to the last minute. So very exciting. Very exciting.
Well, what is today's showdown today?
At the moment, presently, it is going to be, because we're going to be talking about the Super Mario Brothers movie. We're going to do the Super Mario Brothers movie versus the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Well, do you have graphics you want to show us?
I do. Let's do that right now. Here you go.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Nice. Okay, so we're going to be keeping track through Super Chats, Director Nations, Rumble Rants, and all that fun stuff. So if whichever one you think is better, the idea, is it the Mario movie or the Sonic the Hedgehog movie? You can let us know in the Super Chats, Director Nations, and Rumble Rants. We'll tally it all up. You'll be able to keep track of it on your screen. We'll check on it throughout the duration of the show. And just, should be fun. Thank you, Phoenix. Appreciate that. You'll be keeping track of all that as we go along. So my thought, I think, I don't know. I'm excited to talk about the new update for the new Mario movie. My daughter was genuinely very excited.
The internet seemed very pleased with this last trailer that just came out.
Yes. Well, and if the internet's happy about anything, it's got to be bad, right?
Oh boy.
Oh boy. All right. Let's get going here. Real quick. Armis came in, says Dragon Warrior 2 is a classic JRPG history, the roots of party-based adventure. Mass Effect 2 is one of the great... listen, hold on. I'm assuming that you're talking about today in gaming history. We'll get to that a little bit later, Aramis. Thank you. That is at the end of the show now. Cthulhu says, with the 10, says, Mahong, Normalman, and Blabs Weasley. I discovered a new dish. Since I know Blabs loves lasagna soup, she's definitely going to ramen, going to love ramen lasagna. Have you heard of this before? I've seen it. You ever seen ramen lasagna, Blabs?
No.
Oh, look it up. Look it up.
No, thank you.
No.
I'm intrigued. That sounds great.
Why
That
would
sounds
you
like a child entertainer. Yo, let's go see ramen lasagna, guys.
You have to remember, Blab, food is religion to the Blabs household. That's why, if you're wondering, why won't you just look at it? It's no, it's sacrilegious. You can't do it. Can't do it.
Can you do a Trump voice when you do that? Can't do it.
Can't do it. Can't look at that lasagna ramen. It's travesty. Build a wall up against it. That's what I say.
Cajun Corey says, hey, Blaz, what device does Mario use when he wants to communicate with the dead? A Luigi board.
That's kind of funny. I've not heard that one before. It's good.
Cajun Corey, thank you very much. Reese says, check it in from the snowpocalypse in West Virginia, where we were promised at least 7 feet of snow. What? How does that even happen? It says, and it only looks like 2 to 3. They're now in talks of lynching the local meteorologist, hopefully in jest. Wow. Wow. I like the only 2 to 3 feet of snow. That's good. Jiggly Saint says, we hit nearly 50 centimeters of snow. No word yet on whether Doug Ford is going to deploy the army. If you know, you know. Thank you for that, Jiggly Saint.
He's going to deploy it to dump all the Crown Royale.
Oh, God, that clip.
Marmalin says, peak oil. 1950s peak oil, 1970s global cooling, second ice age, 1980s global warming, ice age, caps are gone. By 2000, climate change, warm or cool, it's because we use oil. Thank you, Marmalin.
I forgot too. There was the hole in the ozone layer, which wound up just being a 2% thinning. That was a big one too.
Yeah. We're all going to die. We understand that. Jefferson says kids can't even do coke with a Benji anymore without having paper straws shoved down their nose. Jefferson, that's tough, man. That's rough. Then we have Reese says, if I can ever get to one of those side scrollers meetups, I'll be bringing some stainless steel straws. All right, nice. And Mercenary says, my sister's best friend that lives near us is related to Sonny Bono. We have met, sure. That's supposed to be Cher. The real Cher is a bee, and definitely deserves all the hate she gets. Man, total side note.
Sure.
Speaking of being a total bee, you know what, Blabs, remind me to do this because I found my way onto Reddit this weekend, and I found I don't know how. Actually, I have an idea of how I got there because I was looking for an old video that I did that I could react to. And anyways, I ended up on Reddit and I found out this weekend that I am a horrible person. So maybe we could do a segment about me going through Reddit and looking at what a horrible person I am.
I think we should do that on Friday.
Friday? I don't know.
Yeah, Reddit Friday.
Yeah, I think
I'm
could
writing
be
it down.
fun. Reddit Friday. Sounds good. All right, friends, let's get into it. We have a lot to talk about today, and we actually have some breaking news to start. So let's get into it. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News. Hard News. All right, a little bit of breaking news right at the bat when it comes to the video game world. Looky what we have here. The rumors are abound that, yes, friends, GTA 6 could reportedly be delayed
again
until 2027 to prevent leaks.
Yeah, but they're saying physical. So I'm assuming digital is okay, and it's physical is going to be the delayed. So you have to buy digitally first, and then eventually you'll be able to buy the physical.
It says we're getting more and more information that the box version will not be released simultaneously with the digital version to prevent leaks. So wait.
I guess because leaks don't happen online.
Right.
This is retarded. Yeah, I don't understand this at all.
Well, they're obviously pushing the idea of a digital, so because they don't want to print off all the discs. They like the packaging on those discs. Like we all understand if you've ever manufactured any sort of DVD or disc, those things are like a fraction of a penny at this point because the technology. Especially when you're buying millions and billions of them, however much GTA is going to be buying, the cost obviously goes down dramatically when you're just printing a game. This is exactly what everybody expected. Kay, I would love to hear your thoughts on GTA 6, specifically the physical version of it being delayed again.
I'm upset by this because what I've always loved that Rockstar does is they print out maps of the environment that you're going to play in. So I always buy Rockstar stuff physical because I love that they still include this stuff in it. So that part pisses me off. I'm wondering if they're just pushing to wait for the PS6. That's kind of how I take it, is that they're just waiting for the next system to come out. So they're going to keep finding excuses to push it until that point. Manufacturing everywhere ever since the 2020 era has been completely broken, and timelines for consoles are completely broken. So I'm just in the feeling of like they're going to keep pushing it until they have a definitive, here's the next console cycle. They'll still have it on the previous console, but they're going to find every freaking excuse in the book. Because didn't the kid get to play the build recently because he was going to die? So like the game is in a good point. They could like release everything whenever they want to, but they keep delaying it.
Well, go ahead.
No, it's just, it's weird to me. I don't know. I feel like the game is completely ready and they're just pushing it because they want to lead it as long as possible and get sales attached to the next console.
Well, I think the idea of holding off on physical versus digital is obviously really silly. I guess I'm guessing the logic. Man, I don't know. I'm guessing the logic.
I don't get it either.
I'm trying to wrap my head around this.
The only thing I can think of is if they're doing a third party kind of thing, like how Sega has pawned off a bunch of their stuff to limited run. I don't think Rockstar would pawn off to limited run. They'd be extremely stupid to do it. But we're seeing this a lot with game launches now where they're doing the physical later so that they can make more money off of it by having these several different special editions. So that could be what it is. But
yeah, I was thinking more like collector's editions and stuff like that.
Do you know who owns limited run?
Josh owned it last I heard, but he's leaving in March. Who is it?
Gearbox. And do you know who just
Wait,
bought
Gearbox has their hands in.
You know me. You know I would know this kind of stuff. The
Yeah,
answer is
yeah,
yes.
valid, yeah.
Yeah. And they bought Limited Run about 3 or 4 years ago, and then Gearbox itself was sold from Embracer to Take-Two, and Take-Two, or 2K, which is a subsidiary of Take-Two. And so I could see them probably having Limited Run the limited edition, if you will, for GTA 6 now as a result. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to make the connection at first, but as soon as you said that, it all came together. I'm sorry.
No, I didn't have that piece of the puzzle. That makes a lot more sense now. I hate Limited Run with a passion. So this just made like my whole world click together in like seconds.
I've decided to never support Limited Runs pretty much after what they did to Carolyn several years ago. People forget about that stuff. And like,
What happened?
Not me. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I bought their Command and Conquer and a couple other their stuff, so I have no idea like what that deal is.
So Limited Run Games several years ago, right when Side Scroller started, actually, Carolyn was fired for, I believe it was liking. No, it was simply following an account over on
Was
X.
it Gays Against Groomers or whatever it was?
Right. It was maybe it was
Or some Hogwarts Legacy thing. I can't
whatever.
remember.
I remember Harry Potter being involved.
I remember that Lady Desiree had a similar issue too.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
So she was cast off, and obviously it was the best thing that ever happened to her. Is you know, she ended up over at Rippaverse, and she's made great things happen. But the point is that that company as a whole is so ideologically driven that they're going to fire somebody for simply following. Like, let's just take a step back of that. The idea that you can be fired. Let's just say, hey, you want to follow to see what the other side is thinking, or whatever the reason may be. You're fired for following and wanting to see what the other perspective is. If they're even if you do agree with them or not, that entire thought process is just so silly to me, and I don't understand it. And
Speaking of Kara, she's gonna be on the show in 3 exact weeks.
Wow.
Three exact weeks.
Yep, 3
That's
weeks from
great to
today.
hear. All right. Hey, mark it on your calendars, guys.
Write that down, chat.
I actually would. That'd be a fun conversation.
Kara's outstanding. Well, looks like maybe you'll be on with her. Maybe, I don't know. Is Blabs?
Fingers crossed.
He's actually not. It's alternating Mondays.
Get screwed, Mitsu. Sorry,
Sorry,
sucker.
Mitsu.
Womp womp.
Get wrecked. Well, there you go.
Get
GTA 6 gone forever. Will we?
What are you,
2027.
DSP?
I know.
Ban.
It'll
Gone
elude us forever. GTA 6 coming out in 2045.
I mean, well, it was originally 2024, then it was 2025, now 2026, and now 20. I mean, it's a meme at this point. I mean, it truly is a meme. We got X before we got GTA 6.
I think it's just because the industry always wants something to look forward to, and GTA is the easiest one to keep looming over people as well forever. So they have no discomfort whatsoever in delaying their stuff. They can go forever. People will still always talk about them. So,
and they will always make money. I mean, they can delay this another 6 months, and they'll still make their money back the first freaking day.
Yeah.
It's stupid. And
Real quick question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, continue. It's a change. It's a slight change. So please finish your thought.
No, go ahead, change.
I was just kind of curious for the panel here. Just show of hands. Do we think this is going to be woke or not? If you think this is going to be a woke fucking mess, please raise your hand. That's what
I would like to say. What do you mean? Like GTA 6 as a game itself?
Yeah, that it's going to be really woke.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be like it's gonna have a lot of like some DI centric things, but I don't think it's gonna be as bad. But then again, they've been in production for like the last 84 years, and I feel like it's also very hard to just turn around. So maybe there's a good possibility.
It depends what you consider it, because my opinion is more that the writing is not going to be as aggressive and offensive as it used to be, which to me is a symbolism of wokeism.
Yes.
I hate using that word,
Yes.
but that's really what it is to me. Is even if there's no woke themes in it and they make fun of everyone, it is not as hardline as an old GTA. Therefore, I would consider that woke.
So
They
let's
lost
just
fucking Laszlo. Like who is even there writing right now?
Well, isn't Dan Houser gone? So like,
Yeah, Dan Houser left too.
no one's there.
So let's put this in perspective. Preliminary work and concept behind GTA 6 started between 2016 and 2018. Okay.
There it is.
With development of the game really digging into it in 2020, start after the release of Red Dead Redemption 2. So, given the timeline of things, just saying, Phoenix, there's a
not on our side,
high probability. You know, yes, and that's the thing is you go back and like they're going through and I think there was a story where they were removing songs and things from previous versions of GTA that were problematic, or removing previous things from GTA which doesn't fit today's lightning, whatever. It's so silly. And yes, that will. I think just given the timeline, there's a 100% chance that there will be things that are removed from that game that we'll never know about. Right? Storylines, phrases, music, whatever that at some point were cut because of someone's feelings. Someone was offended by something like that. That 100% has happened, and we'll never know about it. And the only way we'll ever find out about it is if some sort of insider, says something about it, which will never happen. So, that's the story of not just GTA 6, but pretty much all video game development over the last little bit here. This comes back to the fifis. So, all right. Hippie Treehugger came in with the 500 kicks. Says right now we have weekend Magnetosphere, and it's not small at all. Thank you, Hippie Treehugger, with the 500 kicks. CG Hero says the Sonic movie, there's 10 for Sonic, is much better. They listened to the fans about Sonic's design, and it's classic Jim Carrey. The Mario movie was made for little kids, and Peach is definitely a girl boss in it. All right, so 10 for the Sonic movie right there with our side-scroller showdown. Marmalin says, no, this is to get rid of physical releases. That is not it at all. Holy F, people will support this, and it will kill physical officially. Rest in peace. Thank you, Marmalin.
Are you not saying the big F word because you got little people around the house today? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm being very, very cautious. Yes. I got just a few feet away. Right. So,
okay. I was like, what?
Erudite Fuzz says, for fellow Billy and Mandy fans, entertain yourself by seeing headlines about these protests and adding, like an angry woman, if you know, you know. Montez. Thank you. Dr. T.S. King says, my point is that GRRM's Winds of Winter will release before.
Oh, George R.R. Martin's.
And vote for Mario Brothers. 10 for Mario Brothers right there with our side-scroller showdown. Yeti says, when will you people ditch your dependency on straws and drink your cola with a Twizzler like normal people? Anyways,
I've never done that before.
Is that a thing?
Try.
You've never
Yeah.
you never used a Twizzler as a straw before?
No.
No.
Do you see how excited she got? Wow. Like major life thing unlocked right there for, but whoa. Yes, you should definitely give it a try.
Okay.
They're very good.
Maverick Marty for 3 says, I regret I won't make it to the Real Game Awards this year. Guess it wasn't meant to be this year. At least I have a good show to look forward to. Here's a small tribute to you and looking forward to hearing it gets bigger next year. Well, thank you so much, Maverick Marty. Appreciate your support. And we'll miss you. Mercenary says, GTA 6 keeps this up. I expect it to be canceled. No, I'm not. No, GTA 6 will not ever be canceled. I expect some corporate CEO to do so, even though the game isn't woke enough. No, that's not going to happen, Mercenary.
I'm always entertained by Mercenary super chats every day. Thank you, Mercenary.
Yes, it's great.
With a $3 billion budget, they're not canceling that.
No,
they can't.
It's like they're gonna bring Marshall's Home Goods into GTA. Mark my words.
I'll make a bet about real quick. I think if there's like a trans character in GTA, they'll be invincible. I guarantee that you will not be able to do anything to them. It'll be
Kay's like, watch me.
I bet
No, actually, yeah. So in Red Dead Redemption 2, there's like a women's rally, and you can't do anything to them technically, but you ride a horse and you jump around, and they all go, ah! You trample them. So you always find a way.
I love when you do something like that. That's the first thing that the mod community wants to get a hold of. They're like, oh, I'll find a way. I'll find a way
We
to
should
beat
have
your
asked
code.
the Reddit guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Darth Jar Jar.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, if you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys go watch our interview with the viral Reddit mod that we had on Friday.
Kay enjoyed the shit out of that one.
I'll tell you what, man,
Arbiter
it's
Jar Jar. True
it's
long
been
cow.
really funny to see the response to that. Some people talk about some people are like, you guys didn't go hard enough on them. It's like, if you go in and you start spitting fire the second somebody gets on your show, the entire thing is void, right? You have different layers to an interview. You're not just like throwing softballs. I think we actually pressed them pretty good on several things. I have some pretty okay. I actually went back and rewatched it because I was like, were we soft on them? And there was a give and take to this. And Vera did exactly what Vera does. She cut straight through it like a hot knife through butter. And that was Vera's role there. She said exactly what she needed to say. And my job was to keep the conversation going and ask the questions that you guys wanted to know. And I think we asked pretty much every question you guys wanted to know. So if you guys felt like there were softball questions, those are the questions you wanted. So that's what I asked. So I actually thought that interview went pretty okay personally. So, but once again, you can go watch that. It was pretty fun. Reese says, if GTA 6 is gifted to me, I'll still look forward to running over all the pride parades and weirdos on the street. That will happen. It'll be probably the first thing to happen. Zinnick says, anything mainstream devved, any mainstream devved game after 2018 must be given a 1-year cool-off period to avoid post-launch downgrades. Got censored before you buy. Thank you, Zinnick. Joey says, Super Mario movie is a fun movie, even with Peach as a girl boss. In my opinion, they managed to capture everything that we love about the franchise. Well, we're going to get to the new update on that here in just a
10
second.
for Mario.
Yes.
So for Mario leads.
Yep. Seaman Nader says I'd rather play Anata than GTA.
Ananta, yeah.
Yeah, that too. Thank you, Seaman Nader. Nathan says, my theory, the delay is because they made a decision in GTA 6 that is going to cause a massive S show. It's tied between DEI and $100 price tag.
Oh yeah, that Ananta game, that's the anime version of.
Yes.
I am so pumped for that one. That one looks like fun.
So fun.
One day.
Zydo H says red vines are better than Twizzlers.
That needs to be the showdown for tomorrow.
We can mod at any time.
Oh man.
Mitsu has an evil laugh.
He
Which
does
one?
have.
That one.
It's
Oh.
I
great.
feel like a little bit of a Joker over there.
Zydo says Mario was better as the first movie. However, the Sonic movies keep getting better with each one. Well, which one is it, Zydo? Well, I'm going to say Mario because we're going off the first movie here, 1-1. And
All right, Mario 10.
I am going to tell you this right now. Yes, red vines are vastly superior to Twizzlers. It's not even close. It's ridiculous. Winterfell says Mario because I didn't see Sonic. There's $199 for Mario. We'll get an update on our side scroller showdown here in just a minute. Rod says I don't think GTA is delaying for the PS6/Xbone Series 2XX, but the dev team, most of the lib women, took 10 years and are pulling content out that remember the OG devs have left, and remember that the OG devs have left the company. Montez, thank you, Rod. And Saint says, here's hoping everyone gets home safely. I say Sonic. I haven't seen Mario. Well, there you go. There's 10 for Sonic right there. All right, let's get a quick update on our side scroller showdown today and see how this is going. Phoenix, how are we looking over there?
Let's take a look. Right here, we've got $31.99 for Super Mario Brothers movie and $20, 20 big bones for Sonic the Hedgehog.
I would like to remind everybody that, thank you, Phoenix, for that. I'd like to remind everybody that in doing this, you are actually determining history right here, and that the winner of the side scroller showdown will go down in the annals of history as the definitive best. And when people look back on this moment, we will truly know through your vote and your direct donations and support which one truly is superior. Thank you for that. All right, speaking of the Mario versus Sonic fun time side scroller showdown we have today, the second trailer for the new movie has been released, and I'll tell you what, I've seen it. Has everyone else seen this thing?
I did. It was playing during football of all things, so I was gonna wait until today, and then I was watching football. I love football.
Yeah,
I'm a
Blast.
sports person. What do you mean? What?
I had no idea. This is some brand new information to me. Wow, okay.
Just watching some Sunday night football, and I was like, "Oh my god, Mario, let's go!" So I've seen it. Yeah.
Blabs, you have not
Wow,
seen
you-
this?
No, I was waiting to see it today. I'm forgetting that Nintendo would probably hit us. So I
right.
have not seen it.
I'll tell you what. Let's watch it, and if we get hit, we get hit. and we'll
Fuck you, YouTube.
Oh, we're gonna get hit.
well.
Maybe we pause it every 10 seconds.
We can stop to do it. Transformative reaction to it. How's that
Yeah.
sound? That's good.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's give this a go and see what we got. This is directly from the Nintendo Direct here. This is Miyamoto introducing the next movie trailer.
His Roman Reigns. See? Sports.
Oh, he's the one. I get it. I see what you're doing.
Acknowledge me.
Thank you, Blabs. You are truly a WWE expert. All right, here we
The
go.
Shield.
Oh, you're here.
By the way, my daughter freaked out when she saw this because she's like, Mario Galaxy, yeah!
Oh, she must have loved that. Yeah.
I gotta be
Yeah.
honest, the first thing I thought of was just Dune, because sand. And that's all that's all that's happening in cinema is Dune.
I thought of Mario Odyssey right away, which was interesting to see that.
I thought of Samba de Amigo.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, yeah, these characters are from Odyssey, correct?
Yes, yeah. They are from Odyssey. I'm sorry. I said Galaxy. She actually said Odyssey. Yes, you are correct.
Yeah.
These characters are from Odyssey. This is I think the second level in Odyssey that you go to. All right, Blabs, we're going to fast forward so we don't get hit here. The long and short is they say, where's the issue? They point in there. They go inside. And for the first time, you see the fire flower here. Notice the color change on Mario. Love that.
I like that. That's
Beautiful.
The
So
color.
well
Excellent.
done.
All right, they go in. They're doing a little research here. They fight on through. They go to a pipe. They realize that there's some sort of issue with the pipe. Luigi is still a big weenie. Something pops out of said pipe.
Yeah, it's growling. It's giving a menacing sound.
Yep.
I popped off.
Hey,
Oh man.
it's all right.
Okay,
You
they
can't
know
see
what
it. I
they're
have the
doing with
biggest
the
smile on.
piano nostalgia. Well
The
done.
gentle music,
Yeah, well
him being
done,
adorable,
well done.
the eyes popping. It's so good.
I feel
He's the
nothing.
best.
Let's keep going.
You soulless monster.
Yeah, I have no nostalgia for anything. But let's keep going.
The cold,
my
dead
God.
heart that is
Yeah.
Phoenix over here. That's good. There are some fun little things. We have the frog suit for the first time. Very derpy looking frog suit.
Yeah,
here from
that's
Luigi.
funny.
Yeah, it's funny
As it
right
should
here.
be. It looks
Yep.
good.
I like
We
the
have-
colors. Look at that.
Very, very bright and colorful. We have Lakitu, a fight in the air here, double Lakitu fight. We also, I think there is a fight with, you see Birdo, actually. There's Birdo fighting as well, fighting
Fucking Birdo.
Princess Peach. Yeah, I know. Which, man, I'm sure people popped off for that. She's a girl, the boys. And then we have, for the first time, we see Yoshi encounter Toad.
Who is this?
Good. Fuck Toad.
Tell us how you
Bla-
really feel, dude.
There you go. So that's the long and short of it. They introduced. Oh, and then they have this.
Oh,
at
a
the very tail end.
dinosaur!
Oh, Blabs is about to pop. Here we go.
Oh my god, I love it.
It's
I love
so
that.
it's so Odyssey pilled. I'm really weirded out that they called it Galaxy. It's like completely Odyssey. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you on. It definitely is a crossover between the two games, or at least the two. I guess it's all one universe, I guess. But
Yeah.
the idea of it being called Galaxy, introducing Rosalina, you got Yoshi in it as well. Yeah, I'm with you on that. But I got to be honest, they kind of hit all the nostalgia ties perfectly with this, and the first one was good. And I got to be honest, the second one's probably going to be. You know who we haven't seen in this?
excited.
I don't think we've seen it through either of the trailers. We haven't seen Donkey Kong at all.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I hate Seth Rogen, so that's the only reason why. I'm like,
Oh,
you
he's
know what?
Donkey Kong? Oh.
Sacrifice
That's
Donkey
Right, he
Kong.
was. No.
There was one character that we didn't point out. There's a shot of Peach and Mauser's right behind him, and that's from Mario 2.
Wait, what?
Way back in the day, yeah. I swear it's Mauser. It's a mouse with sunglasses.
Where
Yeah,
is
so
he?
that's
I
it,
gotta
man.
see this.
I
Hold
saw
on.
the 30-second trailer and it was like near the end of it almost. It was Peach. There's a shot of Peach doing something, and then you see Mauser in the like right corner.
Oh, I think you're talking about the Yoshi one on YouTube.
This one right here.
Oh yeah, on Twitter, yeah.
Okay, let's
It might
see.
be this one. I saw the one that was playing during football. So
There's Chain Chomp right there. Oh, that's funny.
That's cool.
Oh, let's see. I do not see. I actually haven't seen this 30-second trailer yet, but
I swear there was a shot of Mauser
Are you
Maybe
talking
just do a quick Google
Might be
search for
here.
Mauser
Yeah,
Mario
around
Brothers
here.
movie.
around here. Like it should be you play this part where you see Birdo.
If Mauser's in this, that's pretty cool. I mean, then
See if I can
they're
find a shot.
yeah.
on
Please see if you can find it. By the way, Derpy fish is outstanding. By the way, I love derpy looking fish here. It's great. Oh, here we go. Let's see. This must be it right here. Yes. Okay, here. Look, I see what
Yeah,
you're
in the
talking about
scene.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, because you have the crab. This is from Mario 2 back here. This crab, it's like the level 6 boss here. Are you talking about this right here?
Yeah.
That's
Mauser.
not Mauser. That's not
Has
Mauser.
to be, no?
No,
No, I don't think so.
That's not Mauser. No.
It could be. I don't think
mouse
it
with
might.
sunglasses.
It could be.
That's a mouse.
There's a lot of 2 references in this one.
Phoenix is like, that's a raccoon.
That has to be Mauser.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we'll truly never know.
Like a
I guess we'll
No.
truly never know. But
no,
hey,
I don't think so.
I'm a
Because his ears
believer.
are down. His ears are down and not up. If you look, so
It's a mouse.
Maybe he's sad.
I'm going to hold off on any judgment when it comes to this because I know that I will be seeing this because I am truly part of the problem. I understand that. I get that.
the first one was pretty good.
Yeah,
It's
the
pretty
first one was
decent?
really
Okay.
was,
I
was
watched it on
fun,
a
yeah.
plane, and I was entertained on a plane,
Okay.
so decent enough.
That's the best way to watch a movie. We all know is watching it on a plane.
No,
with the-
well, here's the thing. I never saw it in cinemas, and I was like, oh, well, since it's here, I might as well give it a try and see how it is. And you know how like it sucks watching movies on planes, and you just hate being on a plane and blah. So like, if you're entertained on a plane, then it's decent enough, you know.
Well, coming out soon, and I will be seeing it. Like I said, I'm part of the problem. I get it. As somebody who firmly believes that Nintendo is the Disney of the video game industry, and I mean that in the best and worst possible ways. I am just a giant part of the problem, and I hate that. So I will be seeing it, and I'm sure that movie will make easily. Let's see. What did the first Mario movie box office? Do we remember how much this made? I think it was over $1 billion.
Over
right?
1.361 billion worldwide.
I'm just going to tell you this right now. I think the second one will make more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, it will.
probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think it, and that's insane to think about. The first Mario movie made $1.3 billion. Oh my gosh. Wow. That is insane. $580 million in the US and Canada. And this I think speaks to the international flair that is Mario and the capture that it has. Almost $800 million internationally for the Mario movie. That is.
Wow.
Do you think they're all going to be building up to like, there's a Zelda movie, the live action Zelda movie, all these other movies, Donkey Kong, whatever, and that there's ultimately going to be like a
Endgame?
Marvel, where it's Smash Brothers competition or a Mario Kart competition? Do you think it's going to happen?
Didn't they mention that like
1000%.
ages ago? How like they mentioned that it was going to be like some universe movie.
Yeah, they said they're building universe. You're correct.
Yeah.
That's why I was so annoyed when they said Zelda was going to be live action because I'm like, you could easily just have a completely animated universe. You wouldn't have to worry about it.
Nothing about that makes sense to me. Like legitimately not like the idea that Zelda is live action. Why? What is the point? Because you are limited by the actor's age and you have this entire universe that all these characters, they can be done fine with CGI and they never
You'd
age.
prefer it to be a cartoon? Like you want like Metroid to be a cartoon over a real... I disagree hard.
Metroid is the only one that I would have. Well, you got to remember,
Your
Metroid
whole
was
life you've
inspired.
seen a cartoon version of it. You've never seen it in real life.
Metroid is the only one that I pause on.
Okay.
Right? Because Metroid was inspired by Alien. Right? That's the whole idea. That essentially Samus is Sigourney Weaver in that, right?
Sure.
We all understand that.
Yeah, but think Lord of the Rings with Zelda.
I don't know. I personally, especially if the goal is to build towards a a larger Nintendo
Mm-hmm.
cinematic universe, then I think keeping it all animated makes a ton of sense because
All right.
you're not held captured by the age of the like. Look at Stranger Things, right? You have these kids that started when they're 12. When they finish, they have kids of their own, grandkids. It's like it's so silly to me. So I'd much rather have an animated version, and your voice very like. Look at Samuel L. Jackson does voiceovers and stuff, and Morgan Freeman. Like your voice is one of the strongest things that you have, and regardless of how old you get, your voice can still hold up for the most part until you get to really old. But I don't know. That's my thoughts on that. You could have the same person playing Link for 30 years in theory through multiple movies. But anyway, so yes, I will be seeing the movie. I'm looking forward to it. And Blabs, you interested in seeing it? Not on an airplane?
I probably won't see it in theaters. I'll probably just see it like on Blu-ray or something like that. Yeah.
Blu-ray.
Nothing really drives me to the movie theaters anymore.
Well, they're not your characters anyway, right? Like you don't really give a shit about these
I
characters.
don't.
Right?
Like, I'm not a big Nintendo kid. The most I did was play like the ones on the Wii when I was a kid, but that's really it. So, yeah, but like most things don't really drive me to the theaters anymore just because where I live, right? It's 40 minutes each way. Then it's like a stinking small movie theater that smells like throw up. So I'm really good, you know? I'd rather just wait on Blu-ray and have nice surround sound in my living room. Yeah.
All right. You're not alone. The Zippia says, great interview. Shout out to Phoenix for asking some great questions. When Brian compared himself to Jar Jar and Blabs lost it, I died. Also Sonic for the win. There's 5 for Sonic right there. That's great. Joey says, did Craig just say anals? No, I don't. Maybe. Oh, in the annals of history. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely something. Bike Shorts came in, says, my theory on why GTA 6 is taking so long is because after they announced that they will add pride parades, they saw the reaction of people wanting to destroy it. So they're probably taking their time to prevent that from happening. I don't think they've officially said that. I think that was a rumor. I've seen plenty of posts about that, which I don't think we've talked about that on the show because I think it was just one outlet saying, hey, they're going to have this. But I don't think Rockstar has come out and said that they are actually going to include that in the game. But Bike Shorts, thank you very much. Marmalin says, I'm with Phoenix on this. I just don't give an F. Thank you, Marmalin. And I'll take this. CR Vox came in and says, hey, side scrollers, I operate a train in New York City. Let's go. Says the railroad was a disaster over the last 48 hours, but it could have been worse. Glad it's over. Take 50 for Sonic. Happy birthday, Phoenix. Look at that.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Hey, Phoenix, happy birthday, buddy. Let's go.
Thanks, man.
CR
Happy
Vox,
Hashing Day.
let's get you on the wall, my dude. Thank you very much. Love to see that. 50 for Sonic right there.
Yep.
Phoenix, why don't you add that up and while Blabs goes through these other super chats and I get CR Vox on the wall. Then we'll get an update on our thing. Here we go. Go ahead, Blabs. What do we got?
Okay, Tin Lee for 10 says, please don't give that 1.3 billion Mario movie revenue to Kamala Harris. She's gonna go in debt with it and still lose. Montez! Okay. Joey says, the Mario Galaxy movie is gonna make around 1.4 billion to 1.5 billion, I think. CG Hero for 10 says, Craig, since you love Nintendo so much, what are your thoughts on the new Nintendo of America CEO? And does she remind you of Kathleen Kennedy at all?
Oof.
Boy, I got shot at for my little response to this one.
What did you say?
So everyone was saying like, oh, like here we go. And I'm like, listen, guys, you're probably right. But at the moment with this little speech that she said, there was nothing in here that I could, attack and say we need to boycott. And me saying that, I got a wave of hate. I still stand by what I said. I can't just attack someone. They didn't say anything. She didn't say anything at all.
Yeah, there was I think it was within the first legitimately 2 sentences that she said where it was all about like inclusiveness and all
the
that.
dream makers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But it was just a blanket statement of like where we encourage everyone to dream. Now look, I'm sure we all know what that means. I'm not an idiot. But there was nothing here tangible that I could just, sick them, that I'm just going to attack. No one took a punch yet. If that makes sense,
It does. Yeah, it does.
What's her history? Where's she from, though?
She's from Nintendo.
That's a good question.
She's been at Nintendo for a long time.
She's just an internal hire. They just brought her up the whole time.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
has she
She's
worked?
been like full on Nintendo as far as I know.
What she worked on? Any credits or anything that we should be aware? Like that might help give it a clue about where she might be going.
She seemed like a background person to me. Like there was no like this woman who worked on Mario 3D World or something. It was just like internal Nintendo employee worked her way up the ranks.
No.
I mean, there probably is a deep dive there somewhere that someone can do, but it didn't really seem like there was a smoking gun. But I'm very wary of it personally. I don't know. Radar goes off.
Yeah. By the way, if I'm slowing down, it's because I'm opening up a ton of tabs for our next next
you should
story.
try downloading some more RAM. Anyway, Winterfell, for 14 months, is Rockstar pulling a South Park and changing the plot of the story because Donald won the election? Great question. There's a meme here that I'm going to pull up. Get fucking rid of that. Okay. This is from Exec Prod for $12.10. I'd rather see try Clyde and his cunning brain. He was once an outsider, but now he's one of Wart's helpers since he impressed Wart with his cunning brain and offensive capabilities, which are 3 times normal strength. Thank you for that. I have no idea what I just read. And then, so my theory on lack of physical, they don't want to have any second market on console, which would affect the game price and gamers' ability to sell it. Thank you for that. Get rid of that. Eleni says, how many women are on GTA staff? What if it's taking so long because of periods and maternity leave? Women don't grind at work like men do. My boyfriend works 80 hours a week and no day off in over a year. That's nuts.
Wow. Eleni, thank you very much for your wonderful support. And the question is, I don't know if that is truly what's slowing down development of GTA 6, but I'll tell you what.
The menstrual cycle.
That would be quite the story if that was it, if GTA 6 was delayed to 2027 because of periods, which is very, very weird. All right, Phoenix, after you take a sip, give us an update on our side-scroller showdown today and where we're at.
Here we go. So we've got $31.99 for Mario Brothers movie and $75. Thanks to that last 50 really came in strong for Sonic the Hedgehog. So that's where we're at currently. Which is the better movie franchise? That's the question. The question.
Marmalin says she's their legal counsel, aka just a corporal shill. Yeah. And Mercenary says the Nintendo lady is actually one of the lawyers who went after the ROM sites and sued video game players who basically did YouTube videos. She hates gamers. She is DEI history. Thank you, Mercenary. And Weissmack says Devin has been at Nintendo of America for 20 years in marketing and sales. NOA only job is to market Nintendo's products to the Americas. So putting her in charge of the America branch makes sense. Thank you, Weissmax. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. And I'm sorry, real quick. Sega Boy came in with a 10. This is going to be interesting. Says, hello, my fellow Canadians. This is 10 for Sonic because Nintendo effed up so hard not calling the sequel Super Mario World movie. There you go. Yes.
That did piss off quite a bit of people, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love them.
So there is 10 more for Sonic right there, Phoenix. All right.
Yep.
Thank you guys very much for your support. We appreciate it. We'll get to every single Super Chat, Direct Donation, and a Rumble rant throughout the duration of the show. Great stuff happening right now. All right, let's talk about the ongoings in the world that happened over the weekend. I think everybody at this point has seen what happened in Minnesota with the second ICE shooting that happened. And I hate to call it like an ICE shooting, but that's what it is. Someone from ICE shot somebody. And we've all seen the video, and I don't really want to recap everything that happened because at the end of the day, if you saw it, you have your opinions on it. And pretty much it really comes down to where you stand. We've seen many instances where many people can look at the exact same video and see two entirely different things when it comes to that. This is not the first time. Go back a couple weeks with the other lady who got shot, and it's the exact same situation, right? But I did want to talk about the reaction to this in particular, and I want to start with Moist Critical. Now, I'll tell you, let's just go ahead and let Moist Critical. He's a massive streamer / content producer online. He's been, I would say, in the world of content creation, he's been fairly milquetoast, I would say, fairly fence-sitter-ish. But a lot of people think that he has a lot of substance in what he says when he says it. And I saw this video. I didn't watch the entire video. I've only seen this clip. But I remember the video title was, "This Should Make You Very Angry." Okay? And he's speaking specifically of the Minnesota stuff. So here's Moist Critical talking about it in just a second.
This point that they're trying to beat into the empty minds of a lot.
Whoa, I don't know why that was so delayed. Hold on a second. Let me try this one more time real fast, because that was super duper delayed. Get you one more time real fast, because we need to do better here. We need to download get the more RAM downloading, right, Blabs?
You gotta download all the RAM, bro.
That's right. Here we go.
This point that they're trying to beat into the empty minds of a lot of people that are trying so hard to justify it is that the only people being arrested and targeted by ICE are rapists and pedophile illegal aliens, which is just not the case. There definitely have been rapists and pedophiles that have been snatched up in all of this, and those rapists and pedophiles that have been caught and taken away, that's good. They shouldn't be out there breathing the free air. Great. But that's not all that's happening here. You could also right now march into the White House and arrest everyone in the White House, and you would get a ton of rapists and pedophiles. Why isn't that happening? If the goal is getting rapists and pedophiles off of American soil, thrown in the slammer, taking them away from society, why is it only just walking through the fucking streets of Minnesota trying to do it? You would get significantly more rapists and pedophiles if you took ICE and brought them to the White House. An administration is actively covering up a massive child sex trafficking operation and letting tons of evil people get away with this, tons of clients. So if the goal is to get this kind of evil out of this country, why would you not start with what is provably a spot that has so many of them? Also, that belief of like a secret pedophile ring was a very popular one among Trump voters for the longest time. And now that it has been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt to be real, legitimate reality, they are now just ignoring it. They have been proven correct that there was a huge pedophile ring of these powerful politicians, but because some of their favorite politicians are potentially wrapped up in it, they just want to drop it and forget about it. Absolutely unhinged, by the way.
He's clearly liberal because he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. That's like when someone starts talking out of their ass, I go, oh, right. So you don't, okay, you're a liberal. No, a lot of the Trump base is actually very angry at this administration for this. He's actually lost a lot of support. I would argue that that this administration has done a terrible job with PR, with this whole Epstein thing. I wish that shit would just go. Like, they just handled everything so poorly. Bondi is atrocious. Their PR is terrible. You've seen it in polls. You've seen it everywhere that support for him has significantly dropped because of Epstein and also because of ICE and not doing enough for it. So Moist here has got his information kind of all over the place.
He also sounds like he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about at all. Do you know how difficult it would actually... The huge like delineation here is it's very easy to be like, okay, we know that Ecuadorian man is a pedophile. We can immediately send in ICE and arrest him and deport him and be done with it. But he is talking about a pedophile ring of people who are United States citizens. It is not as easy to go and deport a United States. You have to go and get a warrant and arrest them and bring them to court and trial, and they have a right to a defense. There's a million different things. It's comparing apples and oranges. It doesn't even make sense that he would bring this up to be like, oh, just throw them at the Trump administration instead.
Well, yeah, it does, because Trump, Orange Man, right?
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
That's why it makes sense, right? And that's where all this always goes, right? Well, listen. So we hear what he had to say, but what about just the average person, right? How have they been affected by everything that's happening up in Minnesota and all this? And I think it's important to see what the average person is thinking, specifically the average woman, right? We've gotten to the point to where people are terrified. They are terrified to go out and protest because they could be next. And this woman here is making arrangements with her husband. I don't know if you've seen this. People are now talking and seriously figuring out what is going to happen. Not just if, but when ICE shoots them.
I had to have a very hard conversation with my spouse this morning in light of another murder by ICE agents of an American citizen who was exercising his constitutional rights to observe and to legally carry defense on himself. And I was basically like, hey,
Wait,
I think
legally
we need to
carry
make sure we're
defense
on
on
the same
himself.
page.
She couldn't say what it fucking was. Legally carry defense, because she couldn't go 2A, because the second she starts talking about guns in 2A, everybody would turn on her in the TikTok comments.
It's self-policing right there. Self-policing your
Yes.
own words. Yes.
Yeah, that's what they do. You know that's what libs do.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Here we go. Let's continue. See, because hey, you know, she's concerned.
For what we do, if and when this comes to our community. He knows that I've been working on some other things, but I was like, I want to make sure that we're on the same page. And he asked me, he's like, if they come here, are you going to be out there? And I said, you know me, you know who you married, and you know I do not stay quiet when people in power abuse their power to harm others. You know that about me. You've seen it. You've seen me do that. And I don't think I could live with myself if I didn't. And he was quiet.
She seems like a real catch, doesn't she?
I'm sure Egg is a lovely girl.
She literally looks like an egg or a sloth, whichever one you want.
Really?
She does-
Her? Is she funny?
She does have some sloth qualities to her, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and
Hybrid sloth.
right. Well, anyways, so they're literally making arrangements if and when she gets shot, and her husband's like, hey, well, here we'll let this last like 20 seconds play.
And he was quiet for a while. And then he just said, I don't want them to shoot you. And I said, I don't really want that either, but I've got to do something good with this body I was born into.
You can almost feel the virtue signaling happening as she is saying that, like just the sheer like, I gotta do something.
I have so much fatigue from white liberal women. I'm sorry. I just can't with this shit, man. It's so exhausting just watching
But do
them
you find
twist and
liberal
turn.
men? Do you find them that they're not as equally intoxicating? You don't. You think
No,
that they?
I hate all of them.
It's
just,
liberals. Period.
I just get extra fatigue from liberal white women because I see them all the time in my peripheral. I see them everywhere I go on the streets, and they always act like this. And it's accelerated in Canada. What you saw there is like every fucking Canadian that I see, and they just twist and turn into every pretzel possible to go into Trump bad. And that's all it is. It doesn't matter what it is. Now this woman is defending 2A. What? Just to
in
hate on,
Canada.
like, it's insane.
It's wild. And in Canada too, how much were a lot of these liberal white women like completely railing against Canada forever as a national identity, and then all of a sudden they've turned around like a complete corner in the past, and you're like, we love Canada, fuck the United States, and fuck you.
Exactly. So I get this. We're talking about America right now, more important. But like, it's just, I've seen these types for a lot longer myself, so I get more fatigued by white liberal women specifically, but they're all terrible.
Yeah.
Well, this was pointed out by several people online, just that this guy says a lot of people are really struggling with the reverse trolley problem right now. If you do nothing, an illegal immigrant may get put on an airplane. If you pull the lever, you may get shot in the face. Somehow they're struggling to not pull the lever right here, right? Which leads me to kind of the next point here. We're talking about like being 2A and the Second Amendment. People are like, how can you defend the Second Amendment? This is all these people who are against guns are now saying, oh, well, he had a gun, it's okay, right? This guy, I think, lays it out really, really strongly.
Hey, yo, America, understand this. I'm a black man in America, right? I walk around with a 19 on my hip, a SIG in my glove compartment, and an AR-15 in my 2020 Honda Accord daily, right? And you know what I don't do with those things? I don't go and impede law enforcement carrying out their duties. You know what I do? I mind my business. That's all I do. I go out there, I drink water, I get money, and I mind my business. You know my favorite saying, right? And for some reason, I'm able to survive. Every single day, I'm able to come home, run my kids a bath, tuck them in, and continue to do my thing. No harm comes to me, no harm comes to my family. I also have a 12 gauge pump, away from the kids, of course, because, you know, you got to be a responsible pew pew owner.
I want to be this guy's best friend.
Right.
This dude is awesome.
Well, I think that's the thing that I think is amazing about this is everyone is pointing fingers and they're showing ISIS murdering people on the streets. And I think you can look at this situation and say like, hey, that's a horrible situation. I really wish that guy hadn't died. But if he just would have minded his business and let the law enforcement do what they came to do, literally do their job, he never would have put himself in that situation for that to happen. And is that victim blaming? Yes, it is. Don't put yourself in that situation. You play stupid games, you're going to get stupid answers real quick. You're going to get stupid prizes. And I think that's what's happened with both of these shootings. Two people who made a conscious decision to go out of their way to attend these things, to obstruct and be in the way and observe. I'm just an observer, right? Which we've seen the observation be a total coordinated effort here. It's not like this guy just was like, oh, you know, whatever. I'm just going to go check this out, right? Like he went there to be in the way. To if he was observing, he wouldn't be having conversations with these people. Like I said, it's horrible. I'm sorry that the guy died. It's horrible, but you put yourself in that situation and bad things are going to happen and it sucks. And I if you just mind your business, like this guy said, dude would still be alive today. That's all.
Or just peacefully protest also. You know, you stand in your little area and you protest, not get in people's faces, not actively try to barge in and interrupt and stop things, and then resisting arrest, all these other things that we all know that they're, but let's we can stop playing all this bullshit. So protest just like a normal person should, and you would also not get hurt.
What's interesting about this is this other guy, this other gentleman here had some interesting thoughts on this, right? And the backlash here, the pushback that we're seeing. Let's see what he had to say.
Y'all let me know if I'm the crazy one here, because I can't wrap my brain around this shit to save my life. We got people literally camping in the streets, crying, lighting candles, holding signs, getting fucking arrested, doing the most for people who broke into this country illegally. But when it comes to American veterans sleeping under bridges, suddenly there's not even a fucking thought. A man, a woman, because that's all the fuck there is, can wear the uniform, deploy overseas, miss their kids growing up, come home broken, physically, mentally, spiritually, and the government goes, best we could do is a wait list and a pamphlet. But someone crosses the border illegally, housing, healthcare, here's food, legal protection, here's a fucking debit card. Are y'all out of y'all minds? I don't want to hear you can care about both. Stop lying. If you cared about both, vets wouldn't be sleeping on sidewalks in the country they defended. Some of y'all act like vets are an inconvenience. And once the uniform comes off, apparently so does the give a fuck. If you've ever screamed no human is illegal but walked past a homeless vet like he was invisible, you're not moral. You're a fraud. Cities are cutting checks for people who shouldn't even be here. Hotel rooms, prepaid cards, free healthcare, translators, legal defense. Meanwhile, a veteran with PTSD has to prove he's broken enough to deserve a fucking Nutri-Grain bar. You got illegals getting better benefits than the people who paid into the system their entire damn lives. Explain that to me slowly and use crayon if you have to. Y'all.
So
use crayon.
You get what he's saying, and there's a lot of truth in that. I mean, I have family members who served, and the idea of having to prove how broken they are so they can get a Nutri-Grain bar. Yeah, that is extremely true. Where I have my father-in-law served in Vietnam, and the idea of getting disability, he has a hard time, like he can't walk, right? He more or less shuffles, and his legs are all broken because of the Agent Orange that he was exposed to while he was in Vietnam, right? And it's like every year he has to go and prove he has disability so he can get disability, which is like a fraction of the money that is being spent on these illegal immigrants and migrants who are coming over and literally just taking tax dollars, right? So yeah, there's 100% truth in what he's saying here, and it's just sad. It's sad to see, and all these people who are out there protesting, not a single word is said about these vets who are struggling with. He later goes on to talk about how you got guys who literally jumped on a grenade and are coming back and they're missing limbs because. And for what? They're coming back and they're not getting any sort of protest when it comes to them. And I think that's important to keep that in mind. This all started with fraud. It's the whole reason all this thing, it's just, we talked about this on the show, the domino effect here. But we'll come back to that in just a little bit. Y'all's thoughts on that video?
Just incredibly well said. And yeah, these people will not virtue signal for veterans or anything that actually takes balls to do. They'll continue to defend these easy moral crusades. So yeah, I just thought it was incredibly well said, and more people need to watch that.
Yeah.
This guy said over here, Zeke says, stop saying it could have been you. No, it couldn't have. I'm not stupid enough to carry a firearm to join a fight against law enforcement officers, take an ass whooping because I'm actively resisting arrest and then get shot. So no, it couldn't have been me. Shut up. Which is like, yeah, it seems pretty straightforward right there.
And just a reminder that like ICE is happening all across the country, and you're not really hearing much. Thankfully, you're not hearing any real deaths and stuff like that. That's because they're not fighting ICE.
Right.
Yeah.
And the government is, the local governments are helping them.
Correct.
Right. Here in Texas, it's literally 10 times, they're arresting 10 times the amount of people that they are in Minnesota. And everything is just going fine here. Everything's just going fine. You talk about hearing about these things. We heard about, the shooting over the past weekend, but did anybody hear about this over the weekend?
Did you guys hear about the illegal immigrant that was arrested in Georgia yesterday for brutally raping an 11-year-old girl at knife point and forcing her 10-year-old little sister to watch after breaking into their bedroom? Probably not, because you dumbasses have been so stuck on the 5-year-old that was supposedly detained by ICE that with a 30-second Google search, you would have figured out that his dad actually ran and abandoned him. ICE wasn't going to leave a 5-year-old by himself. You guys are so clinically stupid, it hurts. Did you guys hear about the illegal...
Didn't make any major news, did it? It's amazing.
Wow.
I would never would have heard about that. And yes, there was a Grok search on that. That absolutely did happen. That was, according to local reports, Kenneth Moreno Guzman, 26 from Mexico and in the U.S. illegally, was arrested January 15th, 2026 in Bullock County, Georgia. He allegedly broke into a home on January 12th, raped an 11-year-old girl at knife point, and threatened her 11-year-old sister who was present.
And that's the thing, like that I always try to keep reminding people of is how scary it is that you really think about, like, where's your media in any of this? And if your media hasn't reported, believe me, they are aware of it. There's a reason why they actively chose not to. And then you very quickly see just how you are surrounded by a bubble that is trying to protect one side and pass a narrative. And then it gets really Orwellian. It gets very 1984. You've been seeing this for a while. It's terrifying.
We saw this. This Razor, friend of the show, Razor Fist, had a tweet about the operations happening in Minnesota. He says, weird that ICE are operating in dozens of states, but it only gets violent in the one where we just uncovered $1 billion fraud ring with probable links to the governor. It's amazing how that works out here. Once again, tying
truly
it back
coincidental.
Yes, it goes back to the original story of, it had Nick Shirley not made that video, probably none of this would be happening right now. It's amazing. Kirsha chimed in after we see more protests.
Our Kirsha? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I will genuinely never understand people going out and protesting, getting rid of rapists, murderers, and violent felons who are here illegally. All the propaganda, all the lies, putting their own lives on the line and confronting officers directly. And for what? Here, this is all these people out there just like, once again, for all of this, for what? And the one thing I continuously hear is these are, well, I keep hearing, they're literally taking people out of our neighborhoods. These are our neighbors. Do you want these people as your neighbors? Really? That's what you're asking for? You want these people as your neighbors? Okay, sounds good. It's crazy to me. I just don't. I think that's as I scroll through X, that's the one thing that I continuously over and over again see is I just don't get it. I just don't understand how these people can be out there wanting to protect these type of people here. And it's
because that's not the narrative they know.
Yeah,
because
right.
that's
They don't believe
why.
it.
Yeah, that's not what they're being told.
They think that you have to remember, it goes back to the great argument of capitalism versus communism, right? And so with communists, everybody, there is no legality. Everybody's human. It's just the human rights kind of thing. So they see everybody coming in and it doesn't matter who they are. They just assume naturally that you have to trust that person. You can let that person in because they're just a human being. They approach it from, oh, you exist, so I trust you implicitly first. And then they go from there, as opposed to the more conservative mindset, the capitalistic mindset is like, I don't trust a single one of you motherfuckers. Prove that you got me for trust, and then we'll talk business. And that's kind of what you see played out there. They will just blindly trust whoever they want, and they'll fight for whoever they want because they think on the other side of it, they'll do the same for them. That's not how it works, but they don't believe that.
Well, let's take you back to September 10th, 2025. Does anybody remember what happened that day?
September 10th, Charlie.
That's right, Charlie Kirk.
Oh.
This person says, I want to remind you that Charlie Kirk getting his neck blown out in front of college kids, the entire world watched it happen. And I want you to remember how the left reacted, how they celebrated, how they justified it, how hundreds of thousands of people liked a post where Amanda Seyfried said he deserved it. Then remember how enraged they were when President Trump moved his head and survived an assassination attempt on live television, something that would have thrown this country into chaos, if not outright civil war. But remember, they built shrines and merch for Luigi Mangione after he murdered an innocent man in cold blood. And Ashley Babbitt, they didn't just defend the shooting, they turned her killer into a hero and have mocked her death for 5 straight years. Their hypocrisy is so loud and rancid it makes their obnoxious wet red whistles stay quiet. This isn't politics. As Phoenix, this is you. This is a communist insurgency carried out by people who openly worship
Revolution.
the ideology, yes, of Karl Marx and want to eliminate everyone to the right of them. They don't care about life or, quote, innocent victims. They care about power and will justify any amount of bloodshed to get it. So I'm sure you agree with that there, Phoenix.
100%.
You've been sounding the alarm on this for a while.
Long time.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched it from long before anyone was even like percolating in pop culture, because again, I was in very, very deep niche liberal spaces, lefty spaces, and you would hear the way they talked about things. That's why I've always been so been screaming this on the top of mountains to everybody, because the way they would talk was terrifying, terrifying. What they want to do to your children in front of they want to do some dark shit. They do not like you. And so you watching these people get into power and slowly, very slowly and calculated, get into every position they need to be, that they control every single portion of the voice of the people, school, entertainment, news, you name it, media, etc. And when you know what's in the back of their head, what they want to do to you, it gets pretty scary. So we've been trying to announce it, been trying to scream it over and over again. You're muted.
I was just talking to myself about Nick Shirley. What's interesting here about Nick Shirley, though, is he was on another podcast and was asked about. Well, I'll tell you. I'll let the question speak for itself. And I'm along with Nick Shirley on this. This has been interesting. He's seen it firsthand. But let's go ahead and hear what he had to say in the question.
What's one belief about the world that you had that you no longer hold?
Now I do believe for certain that there is brainwashing. We're seeing real brainwashing in real time where people will support fraud. People will support somebody who's here illegally, or the capturing of Maduro. Joe Biden also wanted to capture Maduro. He had a $25 million bounty. Trump goes and does it, and then the Democrats are coming after him for saying it's bad. And so brainwashing is very real. I've seen it firsthand. People, you question their logic and they can't come up with a sentence because that brainwashing that they had actually never provided them proof, but they believed it, and they can't think of other ways to look at things from a different perspective because of the brainwashing that's taken place.
See, I disagree. It's not brainwashing. It's that they have perfectly taken over every single portion of culture, again, the media, you name it, every single place. So when you're on that side, and that COVID didn't wake up, because we got a lot of people on our side due to COVID. COVID woke up a lot of people, like, hey, some shit's going on. But if you weren't one of those people that woke up to it, you're still in this bubble. You're still in the same bubble that's telling you, like, wear your mask and shit like that, that kind of group. So it's not necessarily, I would argue, it's not necessarily brainwashing. It's that it's just an ongoing echo chamber, and that no one is questioning what they're being told from every angle. Again, remember, all of their social media, all of their celebrities, all of their news, all their newspapers, everything is telling them one narrative. And so if that one narrative says that you guys, that we are the enemy, and here's what they're trying to do, and that's all they're hearing, well, it makes them go crazier and crazier, meaning, like, guys, they just want you to fucking stop, like, get off my fucking timeline. So they wind up hating you even more with the information that's telling them to hate you. I don't know if it's brainwashing. I think it's just the chamber that they're stuck in, and none of them are questioning it to even exit it, is basically what I think.
Well, when you're using the media to harp a specific narrative, I consider that brainwashing. And how many, like, average people who are just not wanting to get invested in this stuff just parrot the talking point because they want to avoid being calling racist or sexist or whatever it might be. So I think a lot of these people at these ICE protests, yes, of course there's radicals, there are people who are pushing the narrative. There's also a lot of brainwashed people who simply want to get along within their communities, and they see this event happening in their community and they're like, well, I don't agree with pushing people out. I don't want to be racist. I don't think all brown people are like this. That's where the brainwashing comes in my perspective, is because a lot of people are brainwashed by how they think they should fit into society based on the people around them and the media as well, saying a certain point is mainstream.
We have, this has actually just happened this morning. Talking about what people are believing. This is, let me go share this one more time, guys. This is, I saw Sydney Watson reference this, and we'll see exactly what happened on CNN this morning. Here, I'll just let this play out.
I understand that, but they take people to Fort Snelling here, which literally was built as a concentration camp, and Alligator Alcatraz, which I think we can all agree is a concentration camp. Not saying they're Dachau. I'm not saying they're putting people in ovens yet, but these are concentration camps.
Look at even Jake Tapper's like, nah, I can't, man. Nah, that's a little too far.
Well, mirroring what you said, Phoenix, when normal people are like, why are progressives so crazy? It's because they genuinely believe this. They don't have any meaningful comprehension of what is actually going on in reality, so they construct their own. This is why it is impossible to reason with them. Phoenix, you are shaking your head and saying, yeah.
Yeah, because what I would say, and again, listen, we're all on the same team here, whether we call it brainwashing or not. Like, we all kind of agree roughly the same thing. But what I guess I'm trying to say, the little difference is that I think if you actually could just bolt one of them to a chair for us, strap them to a chair for 1 second, and just show them the other perspective in news. You're not telling them that this is right and that they have to follow. Just show them the things they're not being shown, that they might come out of it with a different perspective. I don't think brainwashing would mean that no matter what, they just go, the answer is to, like, that no matter what, they're going to army ant it.
You pretty much consider brainwashing like Order 66. Like, there's just a switch that turns on and then they're just gone.
Well,
whereas
that it's active education to teach you one thing, that no matter what. I just think these people have not been shown any alternative to what they're being told. Because remember, everything in the world says, this is your news, these are your celebrities, this, and this. And then they were smart enough to say, remember that Fox News and all the other things, that's propaganda. So that makes your enemies, quote unquote, look stupid, because they watch the propaganda and they're the ones calling you an idiot. Like, so everything about them is inflated ego. It tells them that they're superior. That tells them that they're intellects. It tells them all that other stuff. And so they never bothered to actually look at another perspective. And I think if I would say a good portion of them were, I think many of them would change their tune. I just don't think they've fostered the ability to do that.
Well, let's go ahead and finish up here. Blabs, you actually, this is coming from a retweet from you, bringing it all the way back to the origin of the story, which is fraud here. I actually haven't seen this video.
Oh my God, you're going to love it.
All right, I just see the quote here.
Oh, this is great.
Oh my God.
I thought this was AI at first.
Me too.
Okay, I have not seen this yet.
So I'm Somali. I'm proud to be Somali. To me, being Somali isn't just eating bananas with rice. It's a lot. It's like it's an interesting thing. It's very hard to describe what it means to be Somali and what it means to be American, but it's like a cultural fusion. It's kind of like the bananas and rice. You know, people don't really see, like, you know, it's you know, people don't think, oh, you can eat bananas with rice, but that's what it's like to be Somali and American. It's like that combination of banana and rice, but you
Good Lord. This fucking bowel movement.
The head injury this woman has to be covering with that Band-Aid must be very severe.
My goodness.
Wait, like, that was a 46-second clip, and I heard bananas and rice 4 times.
Does anybody want to try bananas and rice? Because I'm down now.
No.
That could be like the name of a new show. We need to get like, you know,
bananas and rice.
We gotta get some Asians and stuff. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Well, speaking of Asians and stuff, I think we're all this guy in the background just going
Yeah.
like, what is she talking about? Like
No one knows.
This poor guy in the background is going like, she's making us all look like idiots here.
She couldn't even think to reference the stuff they made Fry eat when they embarrassed him publicly after he won.
Oh my, yeah, oh, that's right. He was doing that like.
Yeah, he ate. It was like a Puzo or something like that, and he tried to stomach it, and it was fucking terrible.
Oh, just spectacular! Wow.
My favorite thing was learning that's the same guy that bowed to a certain George Floyd at his casket, and I was like, now you're fucking eating this slop. It was satisfying. I don't know. That bananas and rice clip, we're gonna have to deport them, folks. I can't stand by that.
They're eating the bananas. They're eating the rice. Like, I can see it happening. I want some AI track to it.
No.
But why did that bowel movement have like a Valley Girl like that like that whole thing
That's probably how
confused
she
the living
learned
shit out of me.
English.
Guess so.
Watching Clueless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't insult Clueless. It's a top tier movie.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. Well, there you go. There's your update on all the things happening in Crazy Land, otherwise known as Minnesota. Which, man, once again, you just look at the sheer numbers of this thing, where you see what's happening in Minnesota, and then 10x that here in Texas, and you're not seeing any of this stuff happen in Texas over there. We're not seeing any of it. And I got to be honest, if it was, they'd all be tossed right in jail really quick for obstructing justice. So that's where we're at in society, which is great. All right, we got some supers we got to catch up on, guys. Thank you very much. Once again, before we get to this, let's get an update on our Mario versus Sonic side-scroller showdown here. Phoenix, where are we at with this? We
Actually, we've got an Eastern. Oh wait, I'm sorry. That's the wrong thing. We want to get to this right here.
Just a teaser for Weathermen. Phoenix.
Yeah, we got $31.99 for Mario Brothers movie and $85 with Sonic the Hedgehog. This is the better movie franchise, Mario Brothers versus Sonic the Hedgehog. So far, Sonic doing pretty good, but that can change any minute. Any minute.
Yes. All right. Well, let's see if that changes here. Before we move on and we start reading off some of these super chats, we do have a couple more stories to get to here today. We want to touch on Highguard today, as well as Pokimane. Should we hit Pokimane or Highguard, or should we do both?
Highguard.
Highguard probably.
Okay, we'll do that here in just a second. Let's get to some of these supers here. King Fire says, communists are evil and must be stopped. Hi, Blabs. Just saying hi. Cisco Sandy says, never forget these are the same people that labeled concerned parents as terrorists. Politicians and mainstream media ran with it. Oh, yes, I very much remember that, for sure. Patriotic Gestalt says, I sometimes mash bananas into my rice and eat it with a side of steak.
Oh God!
Ah!
Never
Are
have
you
dinner with me,
Somalian?
please.
Ericaya says, you don't understand what was minion. You don't understand that was minion speak. That's awesome. Spartan came in and says, Mahong, just got my power restored. Thank God. Well, thank you for that, for popping in, and congratulations on getting that power restored there. Dr. T.S. King says, you should get Aiden Paladin on because she knows the psychology of all this. She's a great YouTuber and would be a fantastic guest. 10 for Mario Brothers right there.
I love Aiden. Yeah, she's a good one.
Laguna Cloud says, for Phoenix, you're hopeful. You should read The Righteous Mind by Jonathan Haidt. You can show people contradicting evidence, and most will not change their mind. The problem is deeper. Thank you, Laguna Cloud. Corona Soul says, silver lining, what's happening in Minnesota, the left have lost and all moral high ground around January 6th. This is true. Yeah, I don't understand how you look at what's happening in Minnesota and tell me and go, yeah, but January 6th. Like, I can't see that anymore, ever. Laguna Cloud says, something you should look into is the long march through the institutions. I'm assuming that is a book or some sort of, I don't know, I'm sure. Thank you very much. Jake says, I've heard that some legal migrants are getting caught up in this and not getting the representation they deserve. I have yet to see any reporting on that, so I'm not sure, and that's bad if that's happening. Man, I'm with you on that. I think that's the biggest travesty of all this, is that you have people who have been waiting for years to become legal citizens of America, and they're the ones getting shafted with this whole thing. It's sad. Toons says, Waltz and Frey are strongly hinting that they're people to get in the way of ICE. They wanted a martyr to distract from the fraud and hide behind. Also, Waltz's people are behind the signal app coordination. Yeah, we didn't even get into all that.
That's a biggie.
Yeah,
yep, that's going to be a real big problem this week.
That is crazy to see. Yashash says, Craig still can't comprehend that people can be complete idiots. I know. I want to give people the benefit of the doubt, and I suck. Cthulhu Wife who says, okay, this is some heavy talk. So to do a 180, who do you think will be the men's and women's Royal Rumble winners this week on Saturday?
Ooh, tough. Okay. I want it to be Jericho, but I don't know if Jericho's going to show up in that capacity. But I think AJ Styles kind of deserves it because I think he's going to go on a retirement run soon too.
John Cena comes back, wins it. That'd be so friggin' funny.
No, thank you. It's probably going to be
No.
AJ. But the bigger question is who wins the female Royal Rumble then? Because the women's Royal Rumble is going to be great. No, you're not going to watch it? I thought it would be good.
Charlotte Flair. Always.
No, not again.
It's Charlotte Flair until anyone says otherwise. Charlotte Flair will win everything. Marvelin says, Charlie, my sources, trust me, bro. First 100 or so people in the White House versus the millions of illegals. Thank you, Marmalin. That's right. There's a lot of trust me, bro, in that. Alex Axbear, who cares, says, yo, homies, I got Monday and Tuesday off. Unfortunately, I can open my car doors from the cold. I guess I can't. Stay frosty out there. Thanks, Axbear, who cares. And glad you're with us today, buddy. Hopefully you're with us tomorrow as well. CG Hero says, you should look up the clip of Charlie/Moist Critical where he screams like a girl when he sees a mouse. Now, I think the only clip I need to see of Moist Critical is the one where he defends chopping off youth's body parts for transitioning. That's the only one I need. McLeod says, dude hates ICE because of issues with him getting a foreign teammate for a tournament. Oh, you're talking about Moist Critical? Yeah. Hippie Tree Hugger says, responsible gun owners knows not to resist arrest while armed. It's just that simple, right? SCWs are Pustle says, the goal is to get all illegals out of this country and put an end to the hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud. I honestly don't care at all what happens to any of these commies that get in the way. There we go. We have this for 20, says Column Dick Mick, says a guy who got flatlined attacked ICE while carrying. It was obvious what was going to happen. Whether the actions taken by ICE were justified or not, it was an obvious conclusion. F around, find out. Unfortunately, just don't put yourself in those situations. It's very simple. Mr. Big can confirm, as a black man myself, we just mind our own business and let ICE do their job. Thank you, Mr. Big. All right, and we have this. Bike Shorts says, Banana and Rice is the new flawed and Phillips sitcom. I also put my last 20 on Sonic because I couldn't fit it in the Super. All right, put 20 on Sonic there from Bike Shorts right there. All right, we have this from Dan. Says, I like eating bananas and rice separately, but the two combined does not sound great in my mind. Gross. And Patriotic Gestalt says, what? You never sprinkled M&M on your steak? Gross.
Hella good, dog.
Oh, my gosh. Saint says, by the way, Jericho is doing a Fozzy tour till the end of February. Well, which would make his appearance that much better. So, all right. Let's go ahead and, once again, let's go and take a look at our, where are we at right now with our Mario versus Sonic Phoenix after that?
Okay.
Rush?
We have, at the moment, $41.99. For the love of God, someone give a penny. For Mario Brothers, the movie, versus $105 from the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Again, we're battling the two video game franchise films at the moment. Sonic in a clear victory at the moment. If you want to change that, make sure you start voting now.
A clear reminder that your decision today will shape history, as this will go down in the annals of history on which franchise truly is the best. When Wikipedia goes back and they reference this is the show. This is the day, and you're voting.
The directors watch this show. They're going to just cancel their projects. They're going to cancel the sequels to these films.
Just straight up quit.
Yeah.
Straight up quit. Yeah, it's crazy. Buzz, why don't you get a couple more while I get this next story pulled up, as we're moving to talk about Highguard here to finish up the show before we get to gaming history.
Okie dokies. MacLeod for 5. I say MacLeod with McLeod. I'm just going to call him MacLeod anyway. For 5, so struggle session is what you mean. Frank DeGotter's Cultural Revolution is a great description of this, and Waltz was an ultra fan of the CCP. Commander Fan for 5 says, sorry I'm late. What are you, Haggard? Had to work from home. Also, I think some of the crazy on the left comes down to primal genetics, as they think with their feelings of a reason, logic, or facts due to higher estrogen. Wisp for 1 says, Phoenix, it doesn't work that way. I've been working on my youngest 2 siblings for over a year, and they refuse the evidence at every turn. They're not interested in truth. They have the message inscribed on their hearts after years of indoctrination. Seminator says, this Somali woman looks like Shinnok from MK.
Wow.
Incredible and true.
Aiden for 5 says, hey guys, I have a great idea for special guest in the show. Devori Darkins. He has his own news media network on YouTube. Well, I will screen grab that name. Thank you very much. I will look into it. Elite says, for Mario, 10.02. Well, that's oddly specific. Thanks very much. Done. Okay.
Cool.
Validator of the Quality Leering Center. Yes, she's eating the bananas and rice. Max says, remember, this is Tim's Timu Redguard that is ran by the Lieutenant Governor of Minnesota.
Oh my God.
TDS is the new Darwin Awards. This dude is literally me. Been saying this to my family for the past 2 days. Mind your dang business and bad things won't happen to you. And you wonder why Alberta, Saskatchewan, Quebec want to leave Canada. Being Canadians means having TDS and never taking any accountability.
That's right.
All right, we'll get to... Oh, go ahead, Blabs.
I was going to say, Quebec has been wanting to leave for a million years because they just hate everybody else. So.
And they're going to get it, maybe, very soon.
No, I don't believe it.
No.
Listen, Quebec and Alberta are making a deal on the back end.
I don't believe it, no.
I think your country is going to fall apart. I'm not saying it because I want it. I'm just saying it because it's going to happen.
No, anyone who's spent a long time in Canada knows that it's never going to happen. We've been hearing this our entire lives.
That's like
We've also been hearing that gold will never go above a certain amount, and look at where gold is now. This is not a time for you to rely on history to think that things will be like they were all throughout history. You're going to see some change very soon.
Quebec has been trying to leave forever. They've had every excuse under the sun to do it, and they don't do it. It's not happening.
Yep.
The Soviet Union fell.
Okay, homie G.
You'll see.
Kay and I are like, all right.
It's been the propaganda I've heard my entire life. That's why I don't believe it. From the outside, I can understand thinking like American politics and everything would influence this. I don't judge people for that. But when you've been in Canada your entire life and you've heard your entire life, oh, Quebec wants to leave, Quebec wants to leave. And then you hear Alberta wants to leave. You're like, well, Quebec, everyone wanted Quebec out. Go, bye. And they're still here.
This is Kay's face hearing all this again. It's just, there you go, Kay.
Yes, that is me right there.
Bananas.
I want banana and rice.
Bananas, good.
It's not just being rice and bananas and Somali.
I eat the rice and the banana.
All right, let's hear real quick. Rod says, Nintendo of America new CEO speech sounded like an HR speech, in my opinion, and Saul smashed fit about it and was fuming. For now, we can give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm talking about the new CEO. Mercenary says, you are so wrong and so black-filled.
Fine walks.
Finois.
Oh, no, that's inaccurate. No.
Finois.
Oh, no. Midterms are in deep shit.
I love Chris Benoit.
Oh, no.
Such a Candace stand. I think Mercenary tries this on purpose to like get like incredibly incompetent with his spelling more and more every day.
It's great. Benjamin says the weaselest of liars was Giffords saying petty was being legal when Giffords says themselves you can't carry at protest. There we go. Silver is at 113.23. Gold is at 5,090. Yes, my mom says thank you for that. My mom went and bought a ton of gold, and she's doing pretty good now because of the gold, which is great. All right, let's go ahead and before we get to today in gaming history here, friends, I think it's important that we talk about today in video game history. As today, there's a video game that is being released, which when it was announced, man, oh man, did people hate this game. I remember saying on the show that this game could be great, but the issue with it is that it was the last game that was announced at the Game Awards, and nobody knew what was going on. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. I am pretty positive that either Jeff Keighley has been paid a tremendous amount of money or has some sort of ownership in this game. And I'm not kidding when I say that, right? The amount that he has... You think he has a percentage of revenue?
I think they paid. Yeah, I think they paid him a shit ton of money, and then they quickly realized how bad that backfired. Because again, as the game may be great, who the hell knows? If you put it in the middle of the show, no big deal. But the fact that this is the one more thing, one more thing, you want it to be something incredible. Half-Life 3, Mega Man, Mario Brothers, whatever. Not this.
I still have a theory in the back of my head, and I'm sure chat's going to tear me up for this, you guys too. But I really think that Half-Life 3 was supposed to be the anchor and already paid for it and everything. Because if you remember, Jeff has gone on record. The Dorito Pope specifically said Highguard did not pay anything for the slot. So if the slot was already paid for and Half-Life couldn't make the show, if you're the host and director, you put somebody in the slot. And he's already said a million times, I just love the game.
Okay.
So it makes sense to me.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
They may not have paid him anything.
Sure.
That doesn't mean he's not going to make money from it. I think that's
Also
a
fair.
very, very clever way of twisting
lawyer speak.
the situation.
Yes.
I haven't been paid anything for this because it's a free-to-play game. He's going to make his money in the back end. I think that maybe he makes, let's just say, 2% of earnings, right, in exchange for promotion on the Game Awards, right? In exchange for promotion, we will give you 1%, 2%, 5%, whatever, of earnings for X amount of time from the game's release, right? So yes, technically, and this is all just speculation. I'm not saying this would happen. I'm just saying word manipulation happens all the time. I think in a situation like this, saying, hey, I didn't take any money for this. Well, by the way, if I am a developer who paid $1 million to have my ad run, then I'm incredibly pissed. I'm not happy about that. If he's handing out free slots to Highguard as the one more thing at the end of the show, right? So he is 100% making money on this, allegedly. I don't know. Like I said, this is just me talking here. And the reason I say that is because when you look at his timeline, once again, he has been the biggest champion for this. He has been the biggest champion. Even here, talking about this last night. Oh, see you tomorrow. Hey, everybody. Guess what? Here we are. Guess what? Highguard is here. Guess what? It's Highguard. Here you go. Highguard isn't DOA. In fact, it's one of the best. Here's Highguard. Right. So here we are. Highguard is out now, and it has been released for free on Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox. Would you like to see the trailer for this?
Yeah.
Boy, howdy.
Yes. Okay. Now, this comes from the same folks who did Apex. And guess what? I love Apex. I think Apex is super fun. Blabs, I know you love Apex.
Best FPS?
I agree. I think it's super fun to play. As a matter of fact, I almost reinstalled it last night. I had to uninstall Apex because it was taking so much of my life away. I was playing it so much.
Did Apex end, or is it still continuing?
No, it's still going.
Oh, it's still going.
Okay. Still going, yeah. So let's go see this. See exactly, because for the record, I think this game could actually end up being very good. But the where it was placed is the reason why it's getting so much hate. And we'll get to that here in just a second.
Ironically, I have Steam open right now, and I keep seeing these pop-ups of all of my Steam friends going into Highguard, and I'm wondering if they can get in because it keeps popping up saying, Lumpy Potato playing Highguard. Oh no, it's Alex playing Highguard. You just keep seeing them all trying to get in. I'm wondering if it's crashing.
Well, let's see. Let's see the game.
Get ready in there. We're coming in. Let's race. Today, my destiny blooms. Reinforcing a wall.
Let's get this job done.
There's loot here. This one's got some bite. Attacking! Dropped an enemy.
Smells like you need some upgrades.
Was that a gremlin? What the fuck?
Stormbrew. Shieldbreaker form.
I see a lot of Apex in this.
Oh yeah.
This
does look very unique. Absolutely.
This reminds me of like Apex meets Battleborn.
Right. So the things that as Apex has changed, they've instituted a lot of stuff into it as far as the shop system, buying certain things, upgrading your weapons, or they've done that. So you can see it here. And really, people are, you have a mount, you run around on a tiger or whatever it is. That's more or less just your sprint, right? You don't need that. It's just a glory. Your mount is just your glorious running ability at the end of the day, right? Let's go ahead and continue.
I have the shield breaker. Throwing fire.
This is the fun part. Pulling in the siege tower.
This looks like what Gearbox would be really good at making if they had the balls to make a PvP shooter.
I got a number of different questions here. This is a 3-on-3 game.
Yeah, so it's 3v3 like Apex.
And it's not a BR, right? Which is the difference between the Battle Royale. It's not a Battle Royale game. Whereas Apex, I mean, are there more than just 6 players on a map here? Is this
I'm assuming it's like Apex where it's like teams of 3 competing against each other.
Teams of 3 are there I mean, there's a lot of questions here. I'm guessing there's multiple spots on the map that you can
PvP raid shooter where players ride, fight, and raid. Assemble your crews to create a stronghold. I don't know. I'm playing this tonight though. I'm 1000% playing this tonight.
Let's see.
Get ready in there.
Hiding me, please. Everyone with me, let's go.
Getting this bomb planted.
Let's show them who we are.
All right. There you go. Initial thoughts on Highguard.
I'm in. I want to try it out for myself.
Looks incredibly innovative. Absolutely.
Are you being serious when you say that?
No, he's not being serious.
Dead serious.
No, he's not.
That art style is so uninspired. I'm actually someone who is interested in this game because I do like the idea of the mounts and I like hero shooters. But yeah, it looks very sloppy as a shell. So I hope the combat feels good. I've been trying to see if you can see more than 6 people on the screen, including your player, to see if they're like huge lobbies or not. But the most I saw was like 4 people on screen. So it might really be 3v3 and that's it, and not multiple 3v3 teams.
Well,
do we think it's going to do good? That's the question. Yeah, what do you think?
It's already doing good.
It's
doing well, yeah.
Yeah, it's got
I do not think it has legs. I think it will do well, and then longitudinally we'll talk about it in a year, but it won't be well.
Well, it has 93,000 people playing it right now, and that number's only going to go up. And I most likely it'll probably cap at around 150,000. This has been out for less than an hour at this point.
The narrative is great. Like if people go like, look, it was a meme, but it's actually a great game. Boom. Like there's your marketing right there. It's perfect.
Yeah.
And that'll have legs.
Well, 93,000 people. And that does not include the people playing on Xbox. That does not include the people playing on PlayStation.
And this is cross-platform too, so even better opportunity to play with friends.
Pointed out by Paul Tassi, TV writer for Forbes, super hardcore video game journalist. Highguard destroys Concord with 20x players in 15 minutes. Well, it's a free-to-play game that Concord was not, by the way.
And there was no politics in it. You watch the trailers and it's just a lot of action, and I imagine all the shit y'all love, it pumped at you really quickly, And so, like, that's what it did. But Concord, you could tell, pretty much had an agenda minute one when you started looking at the designs of the characters and stuff like that. So this was just what it, it's a fun game, So I think it had much better legs than Concord.
If you want to make Paul's head explode, ask him how he thinks Highguard is going to perform when Marathon comes out and see his response.
You should check it out.
You
should ask him yourself. Well,
Yep.
Blab's over here. Blabs, I feel like if you're going to play it, I should play it with you.
Sorry, homie G, I got a full team.
What?
I'm already set, bro. I'm ready to go tonight.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. We'll play sometime this week though if you want.
I had said, hey, do you want to play? You told me to fuck off was the exact quote.
Not.
The exact
I
quote.
did not. I told you I already had a full crew, but
Yep.
I'm
She
down
said,
to play.
sit on a fucking chainsaw. I went, oh, Jesus. All right. Wow.
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 Hey, Phoenix, you want to play?
Let's do it, dog. Yeah, I'll do it. Oh, yeah.
Sounds good. Great. Well, you can go watch the retard play with their friends.
That's right, 7 p.m. Eastern. Let's go tonight. Unless I can't get into the servers, that'd be amazing.
Maybe I'll play exactly at 7 p.m. Eastern too, and we'll see how it goes.
Imagine if we play together, be like, oh hey boss.
I can't wait to
Kill you.
teabag you so hard. It's ridiculous. All right. Well, the response to this, as you can see over here on Steam, says mostly negative is the response here, and I think that'll balance out over time.
That'll change. Yeah, that's all meme shit right now.
Yeah, it's all memey stuff. It looks like James is trying to get in and play from Melee Games.
Yeah, we're gonna try to launch it tonight as well.
Wow,
So-
it looks like there's two of you. Maybe you need a third here tonight. There, Kay and James. I'm just
Hey,
saying.
Craig, you can play with us. We play pretty late at night.
man.
Is the problem? So
That actually
if you're
works
up
out.
late,
What time is late for you?
well, like we're PST, so we're like probably 6, 7. Oh God! It's I didn't even know.
She's out.
Oh.
What the hell just happened?
Okay.
PST.
Oh.
It was genuine. It was not at all. Why have they ruined that? The children have ruined everything. Hit me
There
up,
she
Craig. I'm
is.
trying to figure it out.
All right,
I know. I'm a retarded Somalian that eats banana rice.
Banana rice.
6, 7 banana.
Well, Vera came in and says, got to give props to the Highguard team. The lack of marketing was marketing in itself, and seems like it worked. Now it's launch day. They're releasing a lot of dev interviews and info. Many large streamers are promoting it today. It being free to play also helps to bring in curious gamers too. Wonder for a month, it'll still hold these types of numbers or die off quickly.
Very interesting to see what's going to happen.
I'm excited.
That's what I'm interested in.
Next 48 hours, I think, will make or break the game. Which, man, isn't that just absolutely terrifying? The idea that you can work in a game for years and then it will sink or
Just
swim based
like
off of
that.
the initial reaction.
I think this one is going to be like a week later, because I think the first reaction is people going, is this thing good? Is it beyond a meme? They'll check it out. And I think if it has like, if it's made by the Apex Legends team, which is one of the greatest developers of all time, like their games, Apex Legends is a phenomenal game, very innovative, all that great stuff. So clearly this game, if people have the same reaction to it, it's going to have legs. Just with that incredible, innovation,
you
has
try
legs.
so hard. It's cute.
Awesome. Hey, Marmalin wants to let everybody know that the Dorito Pope cannot be bought. All right.
Maybe it should be Mountain Dew.
Oh, some Mountain Dew.
It's the guy, says Jeff totally got paid for high ground. The deal was simply done under the table with his zipper down and a Highguard dev, whom we shall call Monica Lou, play Phoenix slurping sounds. Gross! Oh, Game Hunter says, none of my trophy hunter friends are interested in Highguard. I need the platinum before it gets Concord. Seth Rogen as DK was a mistake. I can't unhear the laugh. Mario wants to smoke a fire flower.
And they gave that guy control over the Muppets. I'm so fucking pissed.
I'm with you on that. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. All right, hey, before we get to today in video game history, let's get a quick update on our side-scroller showdown today. Once again, this will change history when all the Wikipedia editors and moderators go around and they check to see in the pantheon of versus scenarios, which movie is greater, the Mario movie versus the Sonic movie franchise, which is vastly superior. They will reference today's show and this right now from Phoenix. Where are we at right now with this?
In an absolute surprising upset, $52.01 for Mario Brothers movie versus the staggering $105 for the Sonic the Hedgehog film franchise. This, so far, appears to be a blowout.
This could be, yes, this is shocking to say the
Very
least.
shocking.
Phoenix. And,
Yes.
but it can change at any time because this is open till the very tail end of the show. So we are truly finding out that something that I never thought I'd see the day, Sonic actually defeated Mario.
Cleanly. Like, yeah.
It's a good day in the universe. Thank you.
Furries always beat blue collar. Everybody knows that.
Unbelievable, really. All right, let's go and move on, friends. We always like to end the show with the utmost positivity. It's time for Today in Video Game History.
Today in gaming history with Blabs.
I like orange.
You sure do, Blabs. Great stuff. Excellent.
I do.
You do. All right, Blabs, what do we have today here on Today in Gaming History?
Okie dokies, everybody. January 26th, we have Dragon Warrior II, released in Japan in 1987. We have Mass Effect 2,
Atta
in
girl.
2010. That one's just for Phoenix or Finwa, whatever you want to call your name. And then Tekken 8 was released in 2024, making it 2 years old today. Ta-da!
All right.
Look at Kay. She's got nothing.
You included one of the few games that I actually think is a 10 out of 10. I have only like a handful. And Mass Effect 2 is one of them. So your list is good.
Suck on that, dragon.
If you go back to...
No, there's no retard dragon in this. Dragon Warrior 2, great. Mass Effect 2, great.
I said suck on that, dragon.
Tekken 8, great.
In her head, it makes sense. Just go with it.
She's very
I got it. No, she's saying the dragon's not the thing. I got it.
Yes, exactly.
And the dragon is Ghidorah, by the way. Come on.
No, that's Riri.
No, it's Riri.
More like Gaydora.
All right, well, some noticeable games that you missed today, Blabs. And there are some noticeable games that you missed. Include Guardian Heroes for the Saturn, released 30 years ago for the, as I mentioned, the Saturn in Japan, 1996. Onimusha, Dawn of Dreams, released for the PlayStation 2 20 years ago in 2006, right here. Mag. Do you remember Mag for the PlayStation 3? Phoenix, I bet you do.
I do. I don't know if I played or not, but yeah, I do faintly remember that.
I think this was supposed to be one of the next big games that never happened.
That never exactly. It just petered out, did nothing.
Mm-hmm. No More Heroes 2, Desperate Struggle, released for the Wii. Yes, Blabs, missed that one. Here's probably the biggest.
On purpose. This was all done.
Well, here's some noticeable ones, though, Blabs. Tatsunoko versus Capcom, released for the Wii. And I think the biggest issue with that game is that it was released as a Wii exclusive. Do you remember this one, anybody?
Yep. Love fighting games. Tatsunoko Capcom's so good, just in general as a series.
Like, this is a game that I think when you look at it, you're like, wow, that's really cool. And the fact this game was meant to be played with like 2 buttons, this was a really interesting game. I think the other issue is that nobody had any idea what Tatsunoko was, especially here in the United States. But it had a very cool art style. And I mean, it really fit. You look at the list of characters, character select screen. I always wanted to like this, as a versus style fighter. I remember seeing the gameplay there. I think it's the very, very end, like the boss that you fight was just like this giant character, and it scaled. There's like a big yellow thing that you fight at the end of the game. I don't remember what it was, but
yeah,
whatever. It was, pretty fun stuff. So had Mega Man in it, and really cool game. So that was.
Was it Yellow Devil, like from Mega Man?
No. It was like a big golem or something. I don't know.
This game probably worth a lot, probably, right? If it was the only exclusive.
I don't know. I think it sold pretty okay.
Oh, it did? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Let me see if I can find it on price charting real fast, because this was.
I guess probably $75 would be my guess.
You think so? Okay, let's find out. The cost of nope, not at all. Tatsunoko versus Capcom, released for the United States, a loose price $28.
Wow. All right. Okay. I may pick that up.
New price $90. So there you go.
That's
Some
pretty
other noticeable games. Armored Core 5. I'm sorry, Blabs. V was released 14 years ago for the 360 over there. Mutant Mudds, Resident Evil Revelations for the 360.
Decent.
Dying Light was released for the Macintosh 11 years ago. Road Redemption. This was the Road Rash spiritual successor. I can't believe that was 11 years ago now. Holy moly. Blabs, Lego Marvel's Avengers.
I've actually played this one.
Of course you have.
Oh, wait, did I play the second one? I can't remember.
The Witness. I know, Kay. I know.
What's
I'm pretentious.
That? Phoenix likes the gay art ho game? I'm so shocked.
Come on. Brilliant. One of the most brilliant puzzle games ever to be created from legendary Jonathan Blow. That's a big one to have missed, but it's fine. Like no one would have put on the list.
God, I forgot about John Blow.
There's one big one that Blabs did, and I know a lot of people will be extremely mad. And I'm okay with your list, Blabs. I'm on your side on this one.
Yeah,
me too.
Monster
Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
It probably should have been, honestly. Monster Hunter World it's so fucking good.
Nah.
It should have been.
But I like Tekken 8 more than... That's just a personal thing.
Okay.
Yeah, we can get rid of Dragon Warrior.
Should have been on there.
I'd drop Dragon Warrior like a bad habit if I was you. Yeah. And yes, as you mentioned, Tekken 8, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth 2 years ago, which that game kind of came and went real quick. There you go. There's today in video game history, everybody.
Ta-da!
Cool.
Congratulations, Blabs. Way to go. You did it. Wolf and Wings came in with a 5. Says Sonic should have the live action quote. Should use the live action quote Mario movie. So I'm guessing that's 5 for Sonic. All right. And finally, we have Usagi Kempo resub tier 1 for 2 months over on Twitch. Thank you so much, Usagi. Appreciate your support over there. John came in with a 10, says the only Capcom versus that won't get remade because of huge licensing issues. This is true. The licensing is real. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. Great news today, guys. We did hit our Montez goal. How great is that, huh? It's wonderful.
Fantastic.
You get to pick today. Pick a number between 4 and 8.
Let's do 7.
Bitch! Montez!
And there you go, a little Tetris. Great pick right there. Probably one of my favorites. Love that. All right, great place to wrap today, guys.
It's not. You're not done yet. Okay.
Oh.
Kalichi for 50.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's what. Pay attention. Blabs, I thank you for not missing the greatness that is Mass Effect 2. And as for a movie franchise, Sonic all the way. Holy shit, another 50 for Sonic. Boom. And as for, okay, got that one. Third one is on probably peak video game film I've ever seen.
Yep. Absolutely.
Kalichi, let's go. All right. Instead of finishing up with today in video game history, we finish up with Phoenix giving us a definitive winner.
Here we go.
The greatest film franchise between Mario and Sonic. Phoenix, what do we got?
That's drums terribly.
Wait, we have banjos.
Oh, do I go back?
Yeah.
Do I go back? Okay, we're going back. Okay. Hey! $52.01 to the Mario Brothers movie franchise, to the whopping $160 to Sonic the Hedgehog franchise with Jim Carrey, James Marsden. Wow, the clear winner.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Who thought? I never thought in a million years.
Wow.
Amazing.
And to accept the speech for Sonic the Hedgehog today, we have Blabs.
I've never seen the Sonic movie before.
Oh, woman!
Oh, I think you'd like it.
My God.
Well, Blabs,
Okay.
please accept the winnings
Oh,
for
I
Sonic.
accept this award. Thank you. Oh, here, I'll use this as my little award. Thank you, everybody. I love it so much.
Who wins the troll today? It's Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, I'm not giving my troll away. Thank you so much.
This woman drives me fucking crazy. Sonic deserves the win. Sonic is waiting his whole life to win something over Mario, and he did. The movies are better. This is a great moment
Handedly.
for Genesis
Handedly.
kids. He deserves it. Sonic, I'm proud of you.
Remember that time I
Gotta
accidentally
go
drowned
fast.
Sonic? Should we play the Sonic drowning music for Kay?
Do you want to
No.
give me
Yes,
peeps this
please.
weekend? Is that what we're
Yes.
here for?
Yes.
Yes.
No, Craig, don't.
Time to monetize trauma.
Oh, not running banana and rice.
Banana and rice.
All right, time to get out of here. Congratulations, Sonic, for wiping the floor with Mario today. The utmost decimation in the worst way possible. Unbelievable. And as we look back on history, today will be the day that is referenced, knowing that Sonic is vastly superior to Mario in every way, shape, and form. Congratulations. You have done it. Normal men, you have done it. Thank you, Taker, for that, coming in with the wonderful 5. Says, ever since I saw that Mario Wonder talking flower in the game, I had to laugh. Then they made a figurine out of it. What the hell? Do they not see it? Thank you, Taker. Appreciate your support. All right, great place to wrap, guys. Make sure you go check out Melee Games. Link is down below. You can find Kay over there. And Eric, do you have anything that you want to promote or anything ever?
Sure. If people want to go check out my Twitter right now, it's twitter.com/Eric DeZazio. I'm sure there'll be links in the comment section and everything like that. I've been working on a couple different articles and talking about everything going on geopolitically. One of the best articles that I've written recently was about literally what Kay and I were talking about, how the United States and Canada may not become friends anymore and instead downgrade their relationship to neighbors, and what the geopolitical and economic ramifications of such things would actually be. So if you're interested in such a thing, please go ahead and check it out. I would very much appreciate you guys reading.
All right. Sounds great. There was a lot there. Nothing says fun like geopolitical articles.
Yeah, I make it fun by making it also about a story about how it was a conversation by extremely liberal ex-wife and her in-laws. Yes.
Our links are down below, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of our day and allowing us to be a part of yours. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time when we are joined by Leaflet tomorrow. It's going to be a great day. We're definitely going to be talking about her newest her newest.
Well, we have
Amelia.
Pokemon news, so yeah.
Oh yeah, we're definitely going to get into Pokemon tomorrow. We didn't get that today, but we'll get to that tomorrow. You guys have a great rest of your day. Remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. Have a great rest of your day. See you later. Bye-bye.
Fatality.
Wow.